Boop boop. Hello.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Oh my god.
I think we can all agree that we need some R&R in the medium of D&D. So let's play some fucking D&D. Hi everybody. Hope everyone in the chat's well. I did catch the name an NPC redeem. Don't worry. Nice to see you guys. What a treat. What a treat to have so many lovely goblins in the chat today.
Oh, also, we've reduced the cost of D6s because we're in a recession, and we need to reduce the costs of them. And also, they were 3,000, which felt like a lot, and we thought they were 1,000, so we reduced them to 1,000.
It felt.
It wasn't a lot until the great fishing.
Yeah, it's the fishing that's
the fish has really brought down the economy of the chins, so we needed to adjust.
If you guys have missed it, Jenny usually has a fishing mini game on her stream that is not, thankfully, not live whilst we're playing D&D because it would be distracting for even us. And it has tanked the economy.
The fishing industry ruining big important things.
You're right.
The NPC has to have the most over-the-top posh accent you can. I'd love to be able to remember that, but I promise you I won't.
I feel like the name Sir Chatters Chattington the Fourth is going to give you that impression anyway.
One of us will remember it.
You should have put that in the name.
Can you count how many NPCs you have lined up?
We've got 40 NPC names lined up currently in the list. And whilst I'm trying to take from like the latest ones, I tend to pick and choose a couple of them from time to time if they're all bulked together and all like very similar. Like there was a skeleton fight 1,000,000 years ago in which loads of skeleton names got put in, and they've either been lost to time because I deleted them, or they were scattered throughout other fights because it was so much. And there's only there are only so at this point. The redeems are outpacing the number of things that you kill. So I'm just going to have to start really amping up the number of things that are in each fight just to burn through some of these names.
You have to fight like a rat king.
We've got some great ones in here, including a gorilla. Just the HTTPS link for Discord. The full thing. We've got Dr. Ass Kiss, brackets, brother of Dr. Ass Kick. And one name is just, I'm so glad my players are using their abilities and are beating my ass with so much health. So we've got a lot of names in there, so I can't promise that any of them will. To be honest, not all of them. The redeems for NPCs very, very rarely leak over to NPCs that you talk to.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It happens, but it is rare. Like Sir Biscuit Farts, who ended up being he was a whole original Biscuit Farts. He became a whole NPC. That was a pain in the ass. And now Dr. Asskick survived a fight with you, and you spoke to him. So he's managed it too.
He's gonna go back with his brother, Dr. Askus. To try to
yes,
down.
Precisely. But his name isn't Dr. Asskick. Dr. Asskiss. This is going to be really difficult for me to say forever now. His full name is Dr. Asskick Kiss brackets brother of Dr. Asskick. You got to include everything. There's also personal assistant to Professor Ass. And help! I'm stuck in an NPC name generator.
Faster.
I like that. They're all good. These are all good. There's also one of my favorites in here at the moment is I skip my turn.
That's a good one.
Hate whoever's put that in.
Anyway,
end up in another I hit myself moment.
Will haunt me forever, docs.
Last time we played, we've been exploring the city of Suzail, the capital city of Cormyr, and oh boy, it's been a time. We accidentally opened maybe 3 or 4 different cans of worms last time by stumbling into different NPCs, different shops, different encounters that have all been in some way or could possibly be in some way linked to quests here and there. Suzerain's a big city, and there's an awful lot going on in here if the players wish to engage with it. But we got to try and pick out things that we're interested in as characters and as players, and there's also a story. There's all sorts of things going on. So if there's ever a quest pops up and you're like, that sounds shit and boring, I don't want to do that, you don't have to do it. In our last session, these guys did something supremely boring and filled in some paperwork to ensure that they were all able to cast spells in the city. They had registered themselves as magic users. It involved filling out an awful lot of forms in which Ethel had to fill out NFN01, EPN01, TT01, CT89, ST40, WC01, WCNM01, WCNA01, WCNT01, WCTNA01, WCTNAE01. Whereas the other guys just had to fill in like 3 or 4. After all that, you guys were invited to, now you're registered spellcasters, take part in the Council of Mages, which is going to happen in 7 days. You then explored the town around you a little bit, bumped into Sail Away. No, sorry, the Sachet Away, not the Sail Away. The Sachet Away, which is a fashion store with naval attire. Whilst you were bumping in, looking at all the fancy clothes in there, the rest of the party recognized the shop owner, none other than Pearl, an ex-lover of haiku. There was a passionate kind of meeting. What's the word I'm looking for there?
Reunion.
Thank you. Bad brain.
Bench.
Reunion.
Reunion bench.
Reunion bench. As there was a smooch and a slap, and we learned that what had happened in the past was that those guys had a very passionate relationship, but they had ultimately not worked out because their lifestyles didn't match, what with haiku having to explore the world as part of their ancestral quest, and Pearl having to run a business. Wonderful. Easy peasy. Incorrect. We quickly realized that they were going to have a little bit of a talk on a date tomorrow at a very expensive place because haiku wants to splash out. Only problem that we have there is that haiku is quite poor at the moment. It's going to make making that reservation quite difficult, let alone paying for the bill.
I don't
you guys
want
also
to
went to.
Out. Sorry, I'm socially obligated to.
I mean, you could go somewhere cheap if you wanted to go somewhere cheap.
Well, yeah. Yeah, do something. Do it
About
properly.
the company, not how much you spend on dinner.
Now, you'd also found the Phalas's Treasures of Thentia, the very expensive-looking magical marketplace right next to your companion's old wizard tower. Your companion, Eleron Phelos. We identified that those names were a little bit similar, and that's not the only thing that they were similar about, as we noticed that the person who was working behind the counter in Phalas's Treasures of Thentia, none other than Phalas himself, was identical to Eleron. Now you guys were like, you know what? I don't want to open this can of worms right now. I gotta go. This is something we're gonna have to come back to this and continue to exploring the city. You went to the quickly realizing that you needed money for this date. You went to see if you could find a cheap, quick, easy quest to pick up that might have a nice, easy payout that would pay some of the bills. And you went to the Stalwart Adventuring Guild, in which you found not only a bunch of Greenhorn noob adventurers who had all sorts of questions for you, but you also found and took an artificer screenshot of a quest written in kind of newspaper clippings, of which there were 2. One was assassinate the mercenary named Murder Kill Blood Death, and the other, which was written in the identical format, said to hire Murder Kill Blood Death and take him to the Hidden Lady, which is a tavern in the city. Whilst we had some downtime over the last week, you guys have identified some of your magic items that you want to sell or might want to sell at 40% price, which is not so bad. Given that you are in a city that has this magical emporium, so magical items are not quite well. The proprietor is able to get a little bit more out of you. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's everything that happened.
Yeah.
Turns out more
We met
happened
some
last week than
fans.
last thought to. And I'm going to put these names into. Oh fuck! Shit! I was trying to put the name in here, and I clicked the fucking Discord link.
Oh no.
Okay. So, what's our prompt this week?
Prompt. Yes, prompt.
Mhm.
If forced to, what other class would your character wish to be? It's kind of like what the character would be, not the player.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
An interesting question. Any thoughts, guys?
I think for Neurally, the kind of like easy cop out answer is cleric, right?
Mhm.
But I think with what she knows, she's encountered a couple of people who have identified themselves as clerics. But she also knows that warlocks exist because of Caspian. So I think where she would actually go is like she is aware that there are warlocks of her mother / Selene, and so
Yeah,
she
yeah.
would probably pursue that direction because it seemed more close to home.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Very interesting.
Write it down.
A magic book appears.
I'll do the second character I've just discussing before the stream started. Reading is bad. Anyone else?
I have two options for Thale, and one would be a bard going down the like musical kind of side because it's very like dancey. But then I think the other one, which would basically be almost exactly the same, but if a Thale couldn't cast spells, which would be like a swashbuckler. It's like rogue swashbuckler.
Yeah. I see it.
I was hoping
Maybe that would
you'd go
basically
bard.
going the rogue route would also give you the leeway to continue being a broody.
be a
You
broody
think
bard.
you can't be a broody bard? Have you seen music?
I mean, yeah. I mean, but like broody and the emotionally, let's not say flat, but flat is difficult.
Fair.
How about you guys?
Bard is what I'd got written down. From a like a support classy type of thing, like helping the rest of the squad. But also, they've collected a variety of instruments along their journeys, and they have occasionally played them.
Where's the xylophone?
Exactly. With the xylophone, there's the bone flute.
Yeah.
Briefly had those bells and that stick. That's an instrument.
Yeah. Do you have the violin? The animated violin?
No. At least haiku doesn't.
You found one. One of you guys picked it up. I don't know
When?
who it was.
Oh,
When you were at the old wizard tower.
the violin that plays itself, or
Yeah.
viola. Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
I think that's got it.
Oh.
Oh, haiku. How about Oro?
Oh, trust me, that was noted.
I don't know whether it's my preference that I'm pushing onto Oro, but I think she really likes to like hitting people a lot, like with big damage. Like she likes doing that, but she's also kind of jealous of all of the magic stuff that people do. So maybe a paladin would be a good intersection between the two. Be a helpful, more magic-y person, maybe, and big damage person.
I think so.
And it's also what I like
to Susan.
Yeah.
In Jenny's defense, over the years, after all the charity games and all the games we played in other people's like RPGs and stuff, she's tried a lot of different classes. but she'll always come back to Susan and the big smites.
She's
She'll like her
home.
as a first D&D character. She's home. How about what's happening at the inn that we collectively have shares in? I saw the spreadsheet earlier. It looks like we're starting to make a little bit of a return on investment.
We've almost made 10% back of how much we've spent on it. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
That's not a return.
Almost.
Almost.
Depends.
Maybe.
Almost.
Is
It's a
there
solid
interest?
retirement plan, you know?
Yeah.
A little bit of money. Little bit of money. What's happening over there?
Oh, I guess that's me because I put it in the
Mhm.
channel, didn't I? So this week at the inn, there's a local kind of brewing. It's not a competition, but it's like bring a load of like the locals in, and they do some different brewing, and they make like some different flavors, and like get everyone involved in like the whole process, and then have another celebration a little while later where they open them up and try them, and
Mm.
everyone has
See,
to
that
try the really
is-
bad ones, and they have a laugh, and
That's an extremely cool idea, and I really like it. But I have a question for you. How are you making money?
because the people there who have brewed bad beers, like none of them are that great, because
Right.
most of
Okay.
them don't know how to brew beer. They do it like once a year,
Okay.
and they're like,
Okay.
they try all the beers, and they're like, man, I'm here at the inn now.
I'll get an
Not
actual
my
one.
as
first
well.
drink. I can't just have
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
I might as well have
Well-
like an actual good one.
I rolled 3d4 and you got 6 gold, guys. 6
That's
gold.
good.
I
Also,
was expecting you to
again,
like charge for a course or something, you know?
that would be
That's next
sensible.
week.
That's a follow up. Yep.
And then the week after, we'll start a Skillshare class on how to do it. Then we'll just making money every week then from that.
Send people a
residual.
sending
Brilliant.
stone, and then do weekly classes. But you're
At
getting
some
more
point-
return on investment because Athale is not invested.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice. Hell
Thank you,
yeah.
Cyborg.
Right, Thale's got cash in the bank.
At
Yeah,
some
that's
point,
true.
we'll have to hold a convention where people can come and meet the completionists and pay a small fee for a photo with them.
Yes, we hold our own
I mean, the
convention at our own inn.
Are we, yeah.
The
Are we
last
destroying
time
the local
you guys
economy?
did, you got quite a lot of money.
If
we're the
we hold
completionist-
a
Is that a
If we hold a-
con? Sorry, go ahead.
if we hold a convention at our own inn, do we have to charge a Thale for using it since they're not an investor?
No.
Depends how
Just saying.
much he's pissed you
I
off
mean, we don't-
that week.
Like haiku would want to charge. Really would not. So, or us be the
That's
tiebreaker
valid.
there.
That's valid. Okay. Right. Well, we start today's session with you guys. The very end of the last session, you guys had regrouped, and we kind of said, end it there. And over the last week, we've decided you're going to sell some items. Now, I've given you some prices. Do you want to just let us know what you are selling and how much you're going to make from it?
I'd only written things down that were in the bag of holding. So are we going to sell the bandage of the blind monk, the spider climbing boots, and the sword of wound healing? Are we going to sell all of them?
I think
or-
so. Just wounding, not wound healing.
Sorry.
Oh wait, did we have a wound healing one too though?
You did. Bolgoth's blade.
Oh right.
I'm happy
We
to
didn't put that
sell
one in the thing though.
2 of them. I don't know. The bandage of the blind monk. There's something kind of sentimental about that, isn't there?
Look at
I know
Jack's
I'm-
little
I know
smile.
I'm the one with, like,
He was to hold on to that Randall law.
I'm just
What was that
no.
at the price of how much was it going for?
3,200, I think.
It's like one of the most
Oh.
expensive things we have.
God, yeah.
Everything suddenly changes.
Yeah.
We can remember
big
Randall in our
Cinnamon
hearts.
thing there, right? Big bag of gold gets set on the table. A little less sentimental. Maybe we could just make not a reconstruction. a replica. We can make a replica for sentimental sake. I think anything one person doesn't want to sell, we shouldn't sell. So if you truly don't want to, we can hold on to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
No. We'll sell it. We'll sell it. I've got to move on.
Thales are like, I got no,
Yeah.
I got no part in this race.
Just fine,
Yeah, there's the 1,000 for your date right there. All you had to do was sell the.
Lovely.
When you said $1,000 for a dinner, I was like, that is outrageous. And then I was like, actually, there are places in real life where you would spend $700-800 on a 2-person dinner. So never mind.
Nath, when someone has a really sentimental heirloom on Antiques Roadshow, but it's actually worth a fortune.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't know y'all watched Antiques Roadshow. I thought that was so funny.
It's the change in their face when they go from like, oh yes, very serious. I'm very seriously listening to it. They're trying to hide it on their face. Oh shit, we're rich.
They give out like a story like, oh, my granddad got this medal in the war for saving 100 men's lives and losing all his limbs. It's worth £1,000. Oh.
We would love to go on an holiday. Get rid of it. Okay, we sell those three things.
I'll pay for the patio. Okay.
It's 6,000 for those three.
Lovely. Very nice. And if we find some new items along the way, we can always return and sell those. If we change our mind about anything that's sat in our backpacks, we can sell those as well.
There's also the Wand of Darkness that we could sell.
I don't remember what that does. Is it just cast darkness?
Cast darkness.
Yeah.
Magical darkness or regular darkness?
The spell
darkness.
Okay.
And actually, it has an added addendum in that the spell does not require concentration. Normally, darkness would require concentration, so it's actually quite a cool little doodad.
Yeah.
That is the consequence of me forgetting and having a wizard cast 2 concentration spells.
Oopsie.
Oh, so what you're saying is one of a kind.
Yeah.
Hold on to that then. You never know. Well, Ora's not really concerned about making a shit ton of money and selling stuff right now. It's mostly what does Haiku want to do for Haiku date.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
if you
1,000 gold, plenty.
now the next question is, how are we splitting this 6,000?
Are all 3 of these things we got before we met Athale?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's right. Because Cloak of the Elvenkind is Athale's.
Okay.
Yep, that's pre the completionists.
For the sake of fairness, did we get any of these items before you met Haiku?
I don't think so. I don't know where we got the sword from. I can't remember. Although I think we did mention. No.
I'm pretty sure it's post Haiku.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all these are. The boots and the bandage were.
Yeah, because I think the bandage. I think Haiku is there for the bandage. That was pretty early on, but.
Yeah, no, it was definitely post Haiku.
Yeah, the bandages. The slippers are as well.
Yeah, they are, because I remember we found them after you made some for Randall.
Yeah,
and then we found
like, hey.
Sad.
There's something worth me bringing back just for a couple of what's really pennies for you guys at this point is that in your very first quest you found a halberd. I think it was a halberd that you quickly realized that none of you could use, and I don't know where that is, but you could also sell that, given that you literally acquired it in your very first ever quest in the sewers in Nesmith and have never thought about it ever again.
Surely we sold it or something, right? It's been so long.
Don't think you guys have done very much selling.
You know what? I shouldn't complain. I'll take it. Yeah. How much is the hell?
It's a +1 weapon, so it will only be 480 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, and I do remember
was
that now
before-
because
that
we
was
were like,
before
ooh,
haiku
plus
though, right?
one.
That
That
was
was
pre-haiku.
But only split two ways.
That's better for us. That's easier math for me.
That's ladies' night money. We're going to the spa. Or I was like, I absolutely do not want to go to a spa.
I don't.
Mud bath, maybe.
Yes.
Haiku. Does haiku want the wand of the war mage?
Wand. I don't really use wands.
Oh, you seem really jealous when I picked it up, so you know.
Oh, just as a generic magic item.
Jealousy.
What does the wand of the war mage do?
It's
It's essentially, yeah, it's just a +1.
it's a plus
Uh-huh.
one spellcasting focus,
Ah.
but it only is for spell attack rolls, and I think I have exactly one spell attack roll.
And it
Oh.
ignores half cover, which is
Hit yours have cover.
Wait a second.
something I rarely use.
Tashes.
Because you've got a spell focus thing already, haven't you? Like as an
I have just
infusion.
Oh, not me.
It is. An
You're using yours as a.
infusion.
Are you using your whip as the?
No, I have a wand as well because you wouldn't let me just use the whip for it. How
What an
cool I think that would
asshole!
be.
What an asshole!
This
Fuck.
guy.
I think that the whip should have like a slot for like you slot a wand into it so it could become a spellcasting focus. So it's at
Is
least
it the
one thing.
handle?
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
With that wand, it's a +1, isn't it?
Yep.
Mhm.
To spell attack rolls.
Would my enhanced arcane focus take it to a +3? Because while holding this item, creature gains a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. The creature ignores half cover when making a spell attack. It's the same thing basically. But at 10th level, it becomes a +2. If I have that particular infusion. Does
Can you
that
use
Yeah,
that
you have that
infusion
on my
on?
wand.
Can you use that on a magical item already?
It just says item, a rod, staff, or wand requires enchantment.
That seems
Pre.
unusual that you could stack that onto a wand that already has a bonus.
Let me see if
I'm
there's
willing to
price on
believe
this.
it.
No, non-magical items. Never mind.
Oh,
I knew there was
okay.
something else a bit earlier on.
Do you not have that infusion on Neurali's wand already?
Yes.
So you currently have a +2 on that, not just a 1.
Yeah, that's why when you were like, it's a +1, I was like, I got better than that. It's fine.
Ah, cool. All right. Neato. So you're selling that then?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
It only affects one of my spells, so I might as well keep the cloak for now until something else comes
No
up.
one else wants it?
Mm.
Lovely. Anything else you're selling?
Not me.
Not right now.
You're not selling the Cloak of Elvenkind?
I was because I was going to use the wand of the war mage, but I might as well hold on to it until maybe we do for next week. I'll go and look at some magic items to see what is available.
See what to purchase. Cool. All right. Well,
Do part exchange, get a
guys-
bit of value, you know.
you guys,
Recap that is take it to spreadsheet.
sure.
There was the original 3 items, which were 6,000 in total.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Divided by
Between
3.
us 3.
Mhm.
There's then the 480 halberd between you 2,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and we sounded one of the war mage.
No. Oh, we are.
Oh,
Yeah, we are, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
How much is that worth?
480 as well.
And that's between 4. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Carry on.
Lovely. Resolved?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'm glad we managed to do half of that off stream.
Yeah.
Because that could have taken a lot of time. You are handed over a big old bag of gold by Felas, the elderly half-elf wizard behind the counter. Thank you for your business.
Thank you.
See you again soon.
Probably.
How does he know? Must be a divination wizard.
Wonderful. You guys leave. Find yourselves once more on the promenade. Now, we are getting into late afternoon. You start thinking about what you want to do with the rest of your day, knowing that you've got a date tomorrow, but it's tomorrow evening. You've got time between now and then. We know that Oro's got some plans, because Oro's going to have to bring back the spirit of Nugget into this world.
Yeah.
What does the rest of you guys want to do with your evening? Or with the rest of the day?
Does the coupon that I have for the massage, does it say how long it, can you buy a massage? It's like a 60-minute massage or a 90-minute massage or whatever. Does it say?
It doesn't say
anything
how
like
long it is. It also doesn't say anything about an expiry date.
that? Ooh. That was good to know.
How long does it take
I
me to
think
get Nugget back? Is it like an all night thing?
You have to do it over a long rest.
Okay, right. Okay, sorry.
I I don't. I feel like we had decided where we were gonna go next. Let me look at our active quests. But I could be. We haven't figured out where we've kind of figured out roughly where we might find Sub Rosa. Kind of? Question mark.
You'd been given a little bit of direction by the Greenhorn adventurers that you spoke to. You found out
Yeah.
that Sub Rosa was a member of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
The bandage is sold.
Okay.
I don't know. What do we want to do next? Do we want to go see about this murder, death, blood kill guy? Or are we satisfied with our money and we're going to go off and do other things?
I mean, we could go to the Willing Smile.
That's the brothel, right? Could do. I think if y'all go to the Willing Smile, that's when Nerly will go get her massage. I don't think she's ready for that yet. Can you imagine? Like, you all go, and then, like, you all go to leave, and people are like, "So, Nerly," and she's just like, "Oh, yeah, we had some great tea. We talked about Selenay, like, big blue."
I don't know. Aura's having indecision because she knows that there's a date happening tomorrow and she can't therefore pick anything else, just in case it interferes.
Do we want to fast forward to the date now that Haiku has enough time?
Literally.
We can fast forward stuff if you like.
Can't waste
Yeah.
a full day.
I
It
Well,
would
I
be
could go
wasting
get the
full day.
massage, is what I'm thinking. And then the rest of her evening, and then.
They would be wanting to find Sub Rosa, I think, but if it's like
Okay.
late in the day.
Well, why don't we
This
do that
afternoon.
tomorrow then? And then we got more time. Maybe.
So that would be
early bedtime.
given that you've got very little information about where Sub Rosa is, or really even who Sub Rosa is. That would be have a full day rolling investigation checks kind of deal, rather than a Tom has specific encounters disguised for you to have a chat about Sub Rosa sort of thing. Because
Right.
this is the way that you're approaching it. If you're approaching it in I have to find this person, I'm going to start looking for clues, that's how it's going to pan out. There might have been other alternatives in which like you more naturally meet or whatever, or like that kind of avenue. But if this is the way that you want to go, which is completely fine, it would probably be tomorrow, Athale spends the time searching for clues, talking to people in bars, listening out for mentions, that kind of thing.
Right.
Unless you have a specific plan.
Not yet.
No? Okay.
That would be what Athale wants to do. That doesn't mean that has to be the thing we want to do, but if no one else is...
Yeah, no, I would prefer someone to just pick something, yeah.
Wait! we want to go talk to Elrond about the paperwork that Flouncy guy is filing because that's supposedly the last bit before the tower is finally theirs.
We should do that.
And so we needed to go talk to Elrond. I was like, there was something we were
Elrond's
gonna
twin.
do.
And also Elrond's twin.
Yeah.
Yes, and also talk to Elrond about Elrond's twin. But if all the Elrond has to do to get his tower back is file some paperwork, like we might as well, you know. So we wanted to tell him about it.
Yeah.
I knew there was something. Okay. I remembered finally.
Okay, so you guys want to head back to the old tower then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the sun sets as you guys walk your way back to the old tower. As it turns to evening, you find yourselves in and amongst the city folk, whose number is dwindling as they start to find themselves walking home or into bars. You hear the same sorts of sounds that you might hear throughout the day, music being played live in these wonderful venues. As the sun sets, you can see that lanterns start to flicker on in lights in windows, and smells of food start to drift out of all the restaurants and taverns around. You find yourself back at the old tower, the Tower of Argul, and knock on the door and let yourself in. You see that the tower has transformed in your time away, whilst Elrond has been working diligently to ensure that this dusty old decrepit tower turns into a slightly less decrepit looking dusty old tower. As he has moved some pieces of furniture around and dusted a little bit. It doesn't appear that he's made an awful lot of progress in making this place livable, to the degree where you're not really sure where you would sleep, if there was somewhere to sleep, or on what you would be sleeping. It does not look like he's got an awful lot done. And you find him upstairs in amongst the broken furniture. He's kind of hunched over a table, working away on something. You can't quite see what he's trying to do.
Elrond, you good?
Oh, don't scare an old man like that.
We knocked the door and everything.
Do you think I can hear that?
Sorry.
Do you guys have any, like, sticky tape?
You see that he's hunched over the table. He's got the ruins of the animated broom, and he's trying to slot them back together.
Oh, will this help? And I'm gonna start casting mending on all the little bits.
You cast mending, and quite quickly, the broom fuses itself back together and is in one piece.
He goes, oh, why didn't I think of that? Amazing.
I don't know.
Go. Begin. Start. It's not working.
Do you forget your own command word?
It's been a long time since I lived in this tower. Alakazam! Abracadabra!
You've got to be polite with these things. You've got to, build a relationship with them.
Oh, it would be really swell if you swept the whole place for me. I'm pretty old, so doing it myself will be a real pain in the ass.
And he kind of like holds the broom up and then he like lets go and it just falls to the ground.
Can I look at the broom and see if the command word is inscribed on it somewhere? Because that seems like the sort of thing that Elrond would do.
It does not appear to be inscribed in there, but as you handle it, you are confident, without a doubt, that this does not have a single drop of magic in it. You recall, this was inhabited by a spirit that you then killed.
Right. Elrond,
yeah.
did you actually enchant the broom? This doesn't...
No, it was a gift.
I don't think it was ever magic. I think the spirit that was possessing it was doing all the cleaning. And maybe a little in love with you because they were so mad that you were gone.
Oh, I have that effect on people. It's
When he
okay.
says that, Nerly kind of like looks up at everyone else like,
It's okay to fall in love with me, guys. It's okay. You're only mortal.
are you not?
Anyway, so I'm gonna have to I'm going to have to shuffle this along.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just a
going to have to
broom.
do. Oh, this is going to take a really long time to clean this place, guys. You know what? No. You know what? Once we have reclaimed my tower, it'll be your problem.
Oh.
I mean, it'll belong to you. You will inherit
Dust and all.
these problems. I mean, this lovely estate.
Just to clarify, a broom is larger than a tiny item, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tiny
No
broom.
tiny servant.
Yeah, I was
tiny
gonna
broom.
tiny servant it since we'll be going to sleep shortly after.
God, imagine how long it would take for a tiny sized broom to sweep a con. Just a constantly running Roomba.
To be able to tiny servant like a small brush, like a.
Yeah. Especially if you broke the end of the broom off.
Oh yes, I'll do that. I'll just snap the end of the broom off and tiny servant it.
How do you break it?
Yeah, you tell us. How do you break it?
How do I? Actually, it's probably a bit more surgical than just snapping it.
Okay.
That feels unnecessary.
Okay.
In fact, Haiku probably is a little too methodical about ever so slightly sawing the end off, sanding down the corners, and maybe sticking a piece of doweling through it just so the legs have something to stick out of.
Wonderful, and takes much longer. What are the rest of you guys doing whilst Haiku is tinkering away meticulously?
Haiku picks it up and starts to break it, and Early's like, I just fixed that!
It's got to be tiny. It's got to be smaller, more compact.
What about the animate objects spell scroll you picked up recently?
That feels like a real waste of that spell scroll.
Making a broom. I think I'm watching.
Yeah, whilst Haiku's doing that, Eleron, one, do you know you have a twin?
I don't have a twin. That's crazy.
There's a guy that looks exactly like you.
Nope.
What was the shop called?
Alice's Wonders of Thedas or something like that.
So close.
Not Thedas, that's Dragon Age. I just realized as I said it.
That's his Treasures of Thentia. You were wrong on all accounts.
But the vibes were right.
All of those words were so close.
I can't believe I said Thedas. That's actually really funny to me.
Dragon Age seeping in.
Into all corners of my life, truly.
Have you heard of that shop?
But that is what Nurley says.
Yeah, that's my shop.
Okay, is your shop? Do you have a version of you in there then?
No.
Who runs the shop?
Me. But it's been, I'm assuming, closed the whole time I've been gone.
We just sold some stuff to a guy that looked exactly like you in that shop.
I think you guys have had a long day.
No, I promise you.
I need to have a sleep.
Look at all this money. Big bag of cash.
You're adventurers. You just have money all the time.
Believe me, we did not have this much money.
Haiku looks up from the broom. No.
Haiku with their like 200 gold.
I wish.
No, really. And instead of being Phelos, it was Phallus.
Oh, I just named the shop Valas's Treasures of Thentia so they couldn't. So like it was like legally distinct.
Oh.
It was under like a separate business name, you know?
Fair. Gotta protect your assets.
And you closed it when you left, or you just disappeared?
I mean, I wasn't here, so.
Right.
It's open, and there are things being sold by a person who looks like you.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Are you telling me I've got like years, like 18 years worth of profits to go and redeem?
Unless they've spent them too. I guess it depends if they're like an imposter of some kind. I'm sure they've been doing things.
Oh, I need to get my tower back.
Oh yeah, that's the next thing. Whilst we were getting our magic license doodad, whatever the fuck it's called, there was some guy there. What's his name, Matheo? What was his name?
Liarum.
Liarum, who's in the
Oh,
tower
that
right
little
Very
now.
upstart
fancy.
shithead. Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
my tower right now, yes.
Yeah, he made some comment about getting the last form he needed to get rights to the tower or something.
But he already has my tower.
There's a lot of bureaucracy here.
Yep. Sounds right.
So if he doesn't actually own it yet, maybe there's a form you can fill out to prevent that and get
Oh
it
no,
back.
he for sure owns my tower. Owning
Nope.
a wizard's tower is basically just being in the building and it becomes yours. You don't really have to do very much to own a wizard's tower.
Not anymore.
Like, this is technically my tower because I'm in it. You just got to be the biggest wizard.
He literally handed the paperwork in to the same people that we were handing the paperwork into and said this should finally be the last form for the tower to be mine.
Are you sure he said tower?
Pretty sure.
I don't know if he did.
Maybe we just assumed he meant the tower.
Perhaps there's something else that he is trying to take.
Oh.
Maybe the shop that is magically open.
Motherfucker, my shop! God damn it! He's totally trying to take over my shop. You can take my tower, but you can't take my shop. We're
Well,
getting him.
Somebody has.
We're going to
taken
take him
the shop.
down, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you with
kill
me?
Well, I think we should start by going to the records place and just seeing if there's something that you can give them, like a form you can fill out to stop it. Maybe we could get your tower back that way too, and then no one has to die.
I don't think that's possible with towers, but it might be possible with shops.
Also, you'll need to register as a magic user as you've been away for more than a year.
Shit. I think am I not? Have you read the legislation? Is there? I mean, I was a war wizard. Does that not count for anything?
This
So you're not
probably means you
anymore.
have more forms to fill in, unfortunately.
Oh, I was a representative for the goddamn council.
I only
I've still
had like
gotta fill
3
in some
forms to fill
forms?
in, but Athel had to fill in like 11.
Oh, shit. I guess I'll do that tomorrow.
You can ask about the other thing while you're there.
What other thing?
The shop thing.
The shop
I'll do
or
the
the
shop
tower?
thing. The shop and the forms thing. I'll do both at the same time.
Okay.
Is it still Yan there?
What?
Oh God, was their name Yan? I don't know if we ever asked their name.
They had a name badge.
I feel like it
I
was
think it was
pointed out.
Yan. Yeah, I think it was Yan because that name sounds familiar to me.
I love that kid. So efficient.
They weren't very
So
helpful.
friendly.
Is he?
You just
Maybe it
gotta
wasn't
know how to
Yan.
talk to him properly.
Kid?
How do you talk to? Well, 18 years
Was
ago, they
last
would have
time.
been a kid. Yeah.
True.
I'm realizing I should have paid way more attention last time we played. so many little things I didn't pick up on.
A lot of notes about Liarum and not much else.
Just backtracking a little bit because Haiku's essentially while they're tinkering, they're listening to this conversation with like a 3-minute delay because of how the brain works.
Yeah.
That's so
Like-
relatable.
Did you mention something about being the biggest wizard for a tower? Do you mean physically biggest? Because I know a few new spells which may help you with that.
No, you gotta be. You gotta. It's. There's not really official legislation about who owns the tower. It's kind of the biggest. it's a bit of a dick swinging competition, to be perfectly honest. It's a bit about ego. It's a bit about how big your wand is.
Again, I could help.
I mean metaphorically, not physically.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably more. I mean, that's probably more Oro's thing, right?
You say
Let's be
metaphorically I
honest.
have a big dick?
Well, yeah.
I think you're right.
Oh my god, thank you.
Far.
Oh, she's like really touched by that. She's like, "God, thank you.
You are the pillar of this group
Because of my big metaphorical dick?
Choice of words.
because of your big metaphorical penis.
She sheds a tear. Wow, thanks, haiku. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Confused by why this was sent. Considering they themselves were regretting saying it half a sentence in.
Neroli leaned over to Athale at one point and is like, "Is this circus speak?
For sure.
Do you think?"
Oh,
I
is
think
it?
it's
Is Docs
frozen.
even there?
I think Doc's
Oh,
hello?
frozen.
He's just got such
Oh,
a good
no.
tail face.
That is the tail me.
He's
Like,
gone full
I don't
method
want to-
actor.
Method acting. Docs, come back to us.
Doxy!
Docs.
Doxy!
Oh no.
Doxy!
The way I looked over expecting a response, and I was like, "Damn, he's thinking really intensely about this." And I was like, "Wait a second, he's awfully still."
Oh no.
It is like a little glamour shot, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah, he's doing a little pose.
It
Excellent
is.
pose. Oh, there we are.
There we go.
Oh, he's
You probably could hear us the whole time. I hope so. Oh my
Oh,
god,
maybe
that's so
like a
funny.
power cut or something.
Put back
Oh,
the straight
Maybe.
to news overlaid on blue.
Oh, all the cameras are broken.
Oh,
It's okay. I
Yeah,
went
they
to
The question mark.
Oh dear. Has he said anything in Discord?
I haven't seen anything in
No.
Discord.
is he still on Discord?
Doxy!
He's offline on Discord.
Mm.
Surely he has it on his phone or something.
Oh, you did.
Doxy!
Is that it?
Doxy!
My phone's currently turned off.
That's a you thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that Dox has the same habitual phone switch offening.
No.
But
Chickpea's
who's
also
to say?
offline on Steam now, so yeah.
I reckon they must have had like a power outage or something.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
dear. Are there storms near him?
oh. Were any storms predicted?
Well, I don't know.
Have a look,
I
shall
don't know.
I don't know if there's any storms. Oh, there's lots of rain this week. Oh dear.
No, maybe not. Maybe not storms.
Oh, new wind map?
Wind map.
I updated the iOS on my phone recently, and now I've just got new features like a wind map.
Whoa! Is he telling us that he's got no like 5G or something to text and say what's happened to him?
No, in Docs, he's immediately gone to try and fix it rather than be like, I need a tap. Oh,
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 Hey, oh,
hey.
is he returning? Hello? Oh,
covered.
maybe he's not at his computer.
would make sense.
He mustn't. Yeah, he must have fixed it and then walked away, or walked away to fix it and covered his.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I do hope it isn't uncovered in a compromising position.
That's why he covered it, because he knew he was going to have to bend over in the back of the frame.
It's like I forget what event it was. I think it was like an American news TV sort of thing where, you know, like they're always sitting there in like suit shirts and ties, and often they have blazers or suit jackets on or whatever, and something happened and an anchor had to like dive out of their desk where they fell or something, and he was just wearing like boxers or like basketball shorts on the bottom. So it's just one of those things where it's like properly dressed from the waist up, like has to cover the camera so he doesn't come back in his little shorts or something.
Little
What's
shorts.
it?
Things I
Doxy.
do to wear shorts at work.
What'd you
say?
say?
The things I do to wear shorts at work.
You can't wear shorts at work.
What? Oh,
We have
We
to
have
dress
all the
more formally,
uniform.
don't you? Yeah.
yeah.
Oof,
Yeah.
one of the last
I
times.
mean, you
well,
don't have aircon in buildings mostly, do
No.
you? Yeah.
No. And our department is on the top floor of the building.
Oof.
And below us is the biology labs, which have like a bunch of like incubators and shit in them. Yeah. Yeah. Some of those
So when
get
you
real
say
warm.
like walk into class every day and you're like, all right, we're cooking. And
There
you're
we
like,
go.
"What is it,
Very
though?"
good.
Barry.
That's okay.
He's
Everything all
back.
right? The internet just
Did you
died?
hear us the
Yeah.
whole time?
The router just decided it didn't want to work anymore.
Oh,
I think
Related.
the real question is, how long was Docs frozen before we
How
How
long were you guys frozen before I realized that you were frozen?
Yeah, but at least it was obvious for you because we just probably stopped talking for a while.
Yeah, but it was at like a perfect point when it was like a pause for comedic effect, and I was like, "This is a long comedic effect." Oh, wait.
Oh.
Which is funny because I was like making it. I asked like a joke question to you, and so I ask it, and then I look over at you, and I was like, "Oh, he's really intensely thinking about this for a second. And then I was like, "Wait a minute here."
You were like, also like you
Yeah.
had like a little pose on as well.
Yeah, like
If you go back and watch the VOD later, it's funny.
yeah, it is.
Okay, it was about circus speak, wasn't it? You were asking for the
Yeah.
circus speak.
Because did you hear the whole conversation where Haiku decided Oro had the biggest metaphorical dick?
No, I think the
No.
last thing I heard was Haiku, and this was the pause for comedic effect. I think Haiku said like something to the effect of "I can fix that," like talking about making a wand bigger.
Oh,
Oh
And
yeah,
it was exactly there.
And then no
I
one
was
said
like-
anything. You were like, wow.
And
Well, that
then
one
from your
fell flat.
perspective, we're all just like,
Mhm. And it looked like everyone was just holding that pose. I'm like, wow, everyone's holding this for a long time.
I love it.
Oh dear.
Oh God. So Haiku had a back and forth with Elrond, and Elrond's like, no, it's more of a metaphorical thing. And Haiku is like, oh, I think that's more Oro's department. And Oro was like, oh, are you saying I have the biggest metaphorical dick? And was really touched by that.
Moving moment.
And then I leaned over and was like, is this circus speak? To you, who probably wouldn't know the answer to that question, but she's just confused.
Never heard of circus speak.
Wait, have we not discussed circus speak in front of a Thale yet?
I think it's come up.
Yeah.
We're just giving a thing
Right.
no context whatsoever.
Yeah.
Adele's getting really good at just being like, I got no fucking idea what these guys are talking about, and just leaving it. No point thinking, I'll ask about that, and just leaving it.
Yep.
Don't know.
Just
Don't
leaving
want to
it.
know.
If it was important, they'd tell me.
I've been there
True.
at Thale. You get used to it. You talk about sewers and you know
Halberds.
burning things down. What the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
No idea.
That was one time.
Okay.
Just one little explosion.
Yeah, talking about shooting nobles and stuff.
That's
That's the
Okay.
Thales Haiku's one little
So-
sacred flame.
That's the Thale sewer.
Yeah.
I need a super cut in the cinematic universe. I need the super cut of Nurli telling the story in front of Haiku for the first time about how she accidentally blew up a mill, and then Haiku's response, and then the cut immediately to Haiku telling the story of how they executed someone in a bar, and then the Thale response to it.
Wow. It's a natural process, you know.
Mhm.
Important law.
Hey.
So we need to get this tower back, and we do that by showing our metaphorical dick.
We've got to eject or kill that motherfucker.
Huh? Sorry, I thought you said another word. Good God.
We got to eject. We have to defenestrate.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
What the
That means
fuck
to
is
throw
that
somebody
word?
out a
That doesn't sound like a
window.
real word.
It means to throw somebody out of a window specifically. Defenestrate. It does.
Jesus. I don't do.
Fenestration
that.
is a window. So defenestration should be to remove windows, but for some reason it's to throw someone out of a window.
The informal definition is dismissing someone from a position or power of authority, though. So it
Right.
could be used generally.
I
don't
need to throw
remember
that
why I
through
learned
the
that.
window.
Are you going to be there with
It
us?
became a very popular meme word.
Oh.
It's such a specific word.
Yeah, that's why it became
It
popular.
can also be used as in to remove the Windows operating system from a computer, apparently.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Language evolves over time.
Oh,
I
Torch, I'm
thought
so
you-
sorry. Hope you get your windows back someday.
Refenestrated.
Yeah, I almost said that, but thanks for doing that. So are you going to come with us to the tower, Aileron?
I don't know.
I mean, if you're wanting to show off you've got the largest metaphorical penis, you carrying away from that is not at all going to help you.
Yeah.
No, you got a good point. Okay.
Like if we just go get it back for you, wouldn't they just give it to us?
Okay, no, you're right. I'll
Did
be
you ever
there.
find your magic book? Your spell book? Your wizard book? I forget what
Nope.
it's called.
No, I did not.
Mm.
Could we help you with that?
I think sometimes you just got to go old school.
I think we should find you your
We
spell
should.
book.
Yeah, we need something else.
Yeah.
I think we got this, guys.
But
So
if
do you
I'll
like
show
just
this little
forget
upstart.
spells after a while? Is that why you need a book?
Listen, I know that this is maybe different for you, Nurli, but it's rude to ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Okay, it's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. But when an aging wizard starts to have some lapses in spell capacity, you don't bring it up.
Okay. I've learned.
Now, we taking that motherfucker out tomorrow? Am I
Yes.
going to be back in my tower by tomorrow evening?
Do you have
If
any-
you don't have your
Go ahead.
spells, and it is about the most powerful wizard,
I've got some spells.
and I am there and I cast a spell, would it
We'll
not
be fine.
become my tower?
I will be able to take ownership of my tower. Thank you very much, Ithael. You save a guy from extra planar prison and he doesn't even...
Technically,
You know,
we
the
saved
only-
him from
you
the
know,
extra
you know,
planar
you
prison.
You
tower.
were the one who were saved.
Listen,
I remember you
Potato,
being
potato,
carried
tomato,
most
tomato.
of the way. In
Listen,
fact,
I'm looking forward to being back in my own tower and you're going to have your own tower. You'll have this tower. How great would that be? You can have
don't
your own
even want a
apprentices.
tower. I definitely don't want an apprentice.
Just think about all the apprentices you can have running around, the little pitter-patter of apprentices from the cobblestones.
If I could just teach people about Selene, then they would be magic too.
Sure.
That doesn't sound very confident.
Yeah, I don't know an awful lot about that. More like
Maybe I'll have an
acolytes
apprentice one day.
than having spellcasting
Oh, that makes sense.
apprentices.
Hmm.
So
Can
tomorrow
you get
then?
your own church by being the metaphorically biggest religious person.
We could turn it into a temple of Selene. Apparently,
Listen
they don't
here.
have one of those here.
Listen here, you little shits. I brought you here. My hope was that by giving you this tower and by teleporting you into the middle of Suzail, we'd be able to get myself back in a position and everything will be okay.
I just meant if they don't let you keep it because we haven't gotten your spell book back.
we will be able to find something in my tower.
Okay. I don't think we can do it tomorrow though because Haiku has a date.
Yeah, I got plans at 8 o'clock.
Um,
I mean, unless you
Unless
reckon
we
we
start
can
really early.
get an early start, get done by like 4, 5 o'clock. Give me some time to prep.
I think so. Yeah.
While we're at it, do
Okay.
you know of any decent restaurants around this place?
Loads. Yeah.
Want
What are you
some?
thinking? High end, fancy?
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to impress someone, are you?
Hmm.
More like
Uh,
re-impress them.
Re-impress is definitely the correct word to use.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't suppose you know about the sachet away?
I'm not familiar with Sasha Away, but I know where we can go.
What? Where?
The old king's favorite. Wonderful place. Very fancy.
Is that its actual name?
Yes.
I didn't know whether you were just describing somewhere which the king liked.
Could you
Just
mark?
Nerily is instantly assuming that this place is not nearly as fancy as what Haiku is actually wanting.
Could you mark it on the map?
I just
Oh
did.
yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, it is on the promenade, to be fair.
Is that important?
Well, you
I guess
think
that is the main way through the city.
fanciest of places we on the promenade, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
perhaps.
This is the biggest city I've ever been in. We just
Same.
had a mess hall.
The few times I've been there, I've been rubbing elbows with all the nobles. Pretty sure there was a prince in there once.
Oh.
I'll
If
tell
it
you
is
what.
full of nobles, is it a good idea to take Haiku there? After
You're
the
trying to
stories
impress
I've heard.
somebody.
Tell you what, because we'll have to go past it anyway, won't we, to get to the tower tomorrow? We'll have a look around.
Ideal.
At this point, the tiny servitor is fully constructed, and just the gentle sounds of brushing can be heard.
Hell yeah.
Lovely. Wonderful. Anything else we want to talk to with Elron about, or anything else we want to do today? Are we going to be sleeping on bedrolls tonight? Or we want to walk around the corner and find an inn?
I mean, I don't mind
The-
sleeping on the
the-
ground.
I mean, yeah, we do it all the time.
Yeah.
It wants to find an inn. I do
Well, you know
not
where the willing
reside
smile
in a
is.
wizard's tower. I want to sleep.
You know what? If y'all want to go to the Willing Smile, I think Nerly would go at first just to see what it looks like, and then would leave and go get her massage. So we could do that if y'all want to.
Dale, you don't even sleep, do you?
No.
Oh,
I
right.
don't know how much say you have in the decision of where we sleep, then, is all.
I do not wish to put more weight behind having a tower that I reside in by sleeping in this tower. It is okay, I will find somewhere outside or in an inn. The forms I filled in, they talk about being in a tower and residing in a tower. That changes your status
Oh.
and of whether you need
Uh.
apprentices or not.
Ah.
You want to go with me to the Upturned Turtle, and I'll get a massage, and you can hang out in the tavern there? And then if they
Yes.
have beds, we can sleep there? Okay. I'm going to use my coupon.
Wonderful. So Haiku and Oro are staying the night in the old tower?
Yeah.
And you guys are going to go explore the upturned turtle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll
Wonderful.
hang
Split
around
the
to-
party. Split the party.
I
I'll
was
hang
like,
around
you
to
know what?
see if
I'm
I
going to
can
do it
help.
in the city. Why not? Let's do it. It'll be interesting.
No safer
Treat
place.
yourself.
No safer place than the biggest city in Cormier.
Yeah, absolutely,
Ah.
right? There's guards everywhere or something, probably.
Okay. Cool. So we're going to split the party, but before we split the party, it's probably time for a bio break.
Yeah, before before the party splits, I'm going to say, where are you going again? And Oro's writing everything down where you're going. Where are you going? Where is it? What's it called?
I'm double checking my coupon. A massage at the Upturned Turtle that is on our map. The Upturned Turtle is. It's down the street from Sachet Way on the promenade, and it does have a tavern there as well.
Okay. So tomorrow, where do you want to meet? Do you want to meet in the middle of the promenade at 9? I don't know what time. What time do adventurers wake up? 6, 7?
How-
What time are we waking up?
How long does it take to change a spell? Is it like 5 minutes per spell level or something? Or is that an
Yes,
hour per
something
spell
like that.
level?
It's about 5 minutes per spell level, I think.
If we wait 25 minutes, I could help. Or maybe 50 minutes, depending on if it's 10 minutes or 5 minutes.
Well, we
If we
haven't
wait
eaten
some
yet.
time,
We haven't eaten yet, so we could make some food while you do that, and then head out.
Okay.
What are you going to cast?
Okay. I'm going to cast Rari's Telepathic Bond.
Ooh.
Oh.
Up to 8 willing creatures, telepathic link among them, psychically linking each creature for the whole duration as long as you got intelligence score of 2 or more than 2.
I made it barely. Phew.
And we can communicate telepathically through the bond, whether or not they have common language, and it's possible over any distance, although it can't go across planes.
How long does it last?
Damn.
It does only last an hour. Shit.
Ah.
I feel like
Ah.
it would just be easier to do the classic sending stones trick.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
thought it was only
and
an
my
hour.
intelligence is 1. So.
Not the modifier, the
No.
score.
Oh, the
has to be
score.
somewhere.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
nervous. I was nervous that
No.
I was like,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
go there for a second.
Joey, it's
No.
me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Yo.
No, that's so
you're-
fair.
That's
My
still
intelligence,
technically above average intelligence.
yes, my intelligence modifier is a 0.
oh,
I
okay.
was joking.
Oh,
'cause
I'm
my
1 up from
intelligence
you.
is 10 because I'm the
When you said it was 2, I was like,
Huh.
okay, Nurli probably is smarter than me, so maybe it is the modifier.
No, Nurli is the dumbstat of the group intentionally. She grew up in the mountains. She's a cult kid. She doesn't know anything. She knows Selene. That's what she knows. I played in a Dragon Age campaign, hilariously, where we all made our characters independently and then got together and found out that only one person had put points into what is essentially intelligence. It's cunning. And so we joked about being the 0 cunning club. And so like that's like what we were until Haiku showed up. And now like all of y'all are smart and it's just Nurli that just doesn't know anything about anything. I am the 0 cunning club.
With the psychically linked thing, can we hear everything that everyone thinks? Or is
That's
there
a great
certain level of
question.
No,
control?
I think it's a
telepathic
active-
communication. You have to
yeah.
think about saying.
There's a
the words
command
out loud.
word, which you have to say at the end of any phrase that you want sent, and it's over.
Ah, yes. Just like the sending stone, it only works
Yeah.
when you do that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Over.
Technology.
Otherwise, it would be detect thoughts in a very inconvenient way.
Yeah.
It'd be very
It'd be
inconvenient.
very
Let's
confusing.
not cast that before Haiku has an opportunity to go to the Wailing Swan.
It doesn't say that
Oh,
you can
no.
cancel it once it's done, actually. So
He's
turn it off.
stuck with it.
Turn it off.
Nobody sleeps.
Okay, you can put up with it for 1 hour. Okay. All right. Got some stuff to think about whilst we go on our bio break. I'm going to put the do good penis up.
Yay.
I accidentally
want
threw
two?
my cover all the way over the other side.
Can't
No.
quite fit
Too
two on
excited
there.
for the do good penis.
Well,
You get a bit of neither, and it's
Wow.
blurry.
Just
That's
do good.
upsetting.
It's the do good
Llama's
thumb.
Do good.
do good thumb.
Do good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, beautiful.
There we
There we
go.
I'm going to run some
finger guns
ads
are
again.
popping.
Sorry if you're getting 2 lots of ads, and it was only recently, but whilst we're AFK.
We'll be back shortly. Stretch your legs or watch the ads. I don't know.
Maybe you love ads.
Ah, yeah.
Hello.
Did you do good?
Did I do what?
Did you do good?
I suppose so.
That'll do. That'll do. The do good penis is always watching.
I mean, I successfully urinated, if that's what you're asking.
I don't know. Am I asking that? You tell me.
I don't know.
The options do good or penis. We can combine them. Put them all together.
New alignment chart. Which I use.
Ah, loft penis.
Lawful do. Chaotic do.
Chaotic good. Neutral penis.
Neutral penis.
We're not interested in evil penis.
She's always sat on the fence.
I'm sorry to hear that your first paid DMing gig didn't go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
hoping that
sucks.
there's more for you in the bank.
Mm.
I can always do the whole. I like that I can be like, oh, I've professionally DM'd, and I've like people have paid money for me to DM for them. But then I'm like, almost the entirety of the people that have paid me for DMing have been my friends or very close friends. So it doesn't feel like it has the same weight to it.
I know, there was one rando in our session.
There was the rando. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name.
No.
I think I still have him on Discord. I think. Nice lad though.
If you're out there,
What do you have planned for it for your pro
You talking about
DMing?
professional DMing?
Yeah, yeah. Are you doing
done
like a pre-gen, or are you doing a homebrewy? What's it? Have you done any? You said you've done some, Katie. Have you done any with like randos?
Yeah.
Oh.
They were most of them were unknown to me beforehand, so I DM'd for that podcast with Bryce.
Oh yes.
And for some people I vaguely knew in person a couple of times. I signed up for that website and then I never did anything with it. I probably should, but
I get spammed by them a lot. It's been a while since I've done anything for it.
yeah, I got a couple of emails that like I think were generic emails that went out to every DM that were meant to be very personal. That was like, "Hey, I'm so and so, and I'm reaching out because I noticed that
Yeah.
you signed up and you did all this stuff and you uploaded an adventure and then you never did anything with it." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, it was. I mean, I needed it at the time I was using it. It was very helpful for me. I was in a bit of a tumultuous time financially, so it was really helpful to have that as a source of income. But I also had time and energy to commit to it, and now all of my creative juices. You'd think my only output would be D&D, but actually teaching requires an awful lot of creative output, especially if you're planning an awful lot of stuff in advance and trying to make it engaging and stuff.
You've got to keep them focused and paying attention. I'd say fucking pain. Sorry.
For a pre-made adventure that I run for strangers at the theatre bar to introduce them to the world of TTRPG. That's cool.
Cool.
It's a totally new thing for you. I haven't done a module since starting in 2007. Wow. I don't think I've ever done a module.
What does that mean? Doing
ever?
A module?
So like a
Pre-written.
published one by Wizards of the Coast or something like that.
Right.
I've done sort of like someone has bought like one shot or something off of the DM's Guild, and then I've tried to run it. The ones that I did on Start Playing Games were written by somebody else, but then I hated so much of it that I spent a lot of time changing it to make it more playable, at least in my style, at least. Any whomst. So you guys have had a bit of a think about your plans. You've got a bit of a party split, but you're also going to link yourself up mentally for an hour. We've got Nurli and was it Oro?
Fail.
No, Ithael off to explore the upturned turtle, whilst the rest of you guys are hanging out at the Tower of Argul. I'm assuming that is in part with Oro trying to bring back the spirit of Nugget in a nice, safe and secure location. Bring yourself back and bring Nugget back into the fold. Nugget being your spirit companion is currently perished, will soon be unperished. What are you going to do with your Eve if this party split continues, Haiku? What happens when you catch a character out? Not paying attention.
Haiku will be sticking with Oro and helping out whatever way they can with the Nugget resurrection type of thing. If they even can. It may just be a case of Haiku sits in the back corner and just watches.
There's plenty to tinker around the tower if you wanted to fix it up a little bit.
I feel like Haiku's probably going to be quite interested in what happens if they're allowed to witness it.
All
You
right.
know, curiosity. Support.
Academically.
Sure. Okie dokie. Well, party is split. Ithael and Nurli, you walk your way down to the upturned turtle, and I would like to hear from each of my players, or at least in their two halves, one conversation that you have. We've got Ithael and Nurli, a solo. I'm not sure you guys have split off on just the two of you thus far.
So.
No, we
Off the
haven't
way
had
to
this
the
combo.
upturned turtle. And we've got the tried and tested combo of Haiku and Oro. Whether or not
Button
Oro is
pushes united.
Back together again.
whether or not they're whether or
High
not
five.
Oro's annoyed by the presence of Haiku whilst trying to cast a spell that it takes 8 hours.
Wait, it takes 8 hours? Yeah, I can.
Well, you have to do it over the you have to do it over the course of a long rest.
Tell you what, they'll start watching. They'll pop off for sleep, and then they'll wake up in time for it to finish.
I think after kind of like getting out into the night air and walking in like a comfortable if slightly awkward companionable silence, Nurli is basically like, so why were you hunting treasures before? Because you went after that thing that didn't work out, right?
Yes, I was looking for something. I don't know what it was, but I think I have found it now, but it was not a magical artifact.
Or did you know that Haiku is also on a quest to find something and they don't know what it is?
I did not.
It's like
I
a
have-
whole family thing.
I imagine it is not quite the same.
Maybe not. What did you find?
I found you.
Me?
Oh my
You have a
Suddenly
link.
ever so slightly nervous.
Split assassin time. The dagger comes out.
Actually brought me in as a party assassin 6 months ago.
So, like, I was gonna say, I was like, flashbacks to Priestess Code. What do you mean me? Or
You
just
have
us?
you have a link to a powerful celestial being, do you not?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess. She's my mom.
Exactly.
Why are you
This is
looking for
exact-
that? Sorry, go ahead.
I was looking for that to save everyone. They're stuck in misery.
I remember you said before that there was something wrong with the Raven Queen.
She's been corrupted. corrupted by darkness and sorrow and misery. And what is the opposite?
Light and joy and peace.
Precisely.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, I have no doubt that we can help each other. Selene has a way of putting things where they need to be, I think. Obviously, we have to make the right choices, but otherwise, why would it fit so well?
Indeed. I hope that too.
Nice deep conversation over there. What's happening on the button pushers?
Mm.
So
Did you just
excited.
fart? I'm trying to concentrate, Haiku.
I have to start the spell all over again.
Wait, I'm just what are you doing now?
Oh, shit! Don't. What do I do to bring Nugget back? I'm going to.
Well, ask me.
Oh,
So
I'll
you
get back to
remember
my
that
notes.
you were trained by Puck, you recall, on kind of getting back in tune with kind of the power of nature and being able to pull force and coax a spirit from another realm, take the form of Nugget. That doesn't have to follow an extremely regimented ritual, much like some of the spellcasting you would see from clerics or wizards. It is a lot more kind of intuitive. Like you have to be quite well aligned with nature, as it were. And you are struggling a little bit today, partly because Haiku's bothering you, but partly because you are in the middle of a city.
Right.
And whilst you're used to the hubbub of being around lots of people, you're not quite so used to casting this particular spell in amongst so much stone and man-made buildings. So you're struggling a little bit, but you know that what you really need to do is try and find a way that you can use your spellcasting focus to draw out the energies of Nugget, and you are kind of willing this spirit into the shape and form of Nugget. And part of the difficulty is that you bring forth after a lot of effort, you bring forth the spirit of Nugget, but then Nugget's quite playful and kind of messes around a little bit, and you're like, it's a bit like with the kid. You're like, come on, put your shoes on. Nugget's like, no, look at me, look what I can do. Just like there's a barrel roll.
Okay, well, whilst I'm getting ready for this, I get all of my stuff out. I get my notes out. I get all of my nature-y stuff around me. I'm usually in nature and shit for this. Because we're in a tower and stuff. I'm gonna set the mood. I use my druid craft, which gives me a little sensory effect, and I make some flowers and some smells of grass and stuff around me. And I go, Haiku, you could help me by maybe making some nature-y sounds, maybe some bird sounds. Yeah. Okay.
I've got my bone flute. You think that'll help?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
Or do you want me to make them myself?
I mean, you could do both. No, you can't.
Oh, okay, I'll
I'll
swap between them.
Yes,
I not at the same time. I'll swap between them.
Yeah. Okay. And that's it. I'm like, okay, I'm in the zone now.
I really love that. I really like that a lot. I really like that a lot. If you don't already have inspiration, you can have inspiration for that because I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
In my head, I was thinking, I really want her to ask Haiku to make some bird noises or something in the background. But I was like, I don't want to take over. I don't want to take this scene over. I don't want to tell you what you do. But I really hope that she does that. And then you did. I was like, yes. I just love the idea of you fully half in meditation, half you wrangling the spirit in the arcane, and Haiku
Yes.
That's so perfect. The spell crafting continues. Go ahead.
I do have a +10 in nature, so I'd like to think I can, at least in my head, know what they sound like.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether that comes out is an entirely different.
I think doing that would be a
What's your
performance check.
performance? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do a performance roll. Do a performance roll.
Oh no!
Go on. That's
Hey!
good.
Wow.
Canonically, haiku
Wow.
is a bird autistic.
Yeah, crazy. Amazing. Okay,
I
you
love
guys have
it.
a wonderful time casting spells and making bird noises. Whilst non-button pushers, what's your group? If they're the button pushers, what are you guys? We'll have to
God
find out in
pushers?
time.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
we haven't done
Button pushers.
anything yet to know.
We'll find out in time. The massages.
I mean,
Regardless, you
certainly
arrive.
not getting
pushing
massaged.
that conversation to a dead end. Am I right?
Wait, what
You guys,
conversation was pushed to a dead end?
So when you and a Thale had I think you said something, and Thale gave the most like end of conversation.
Oh, I totally had a transition for it, but we don't have to.
No, it
have
was
to
just
go into
very
it.
funny. It was very funny.
Yeah.
But that's the Thale's character. That's part of a Thale's mannerisms. I think it's very good.
Yeah.
You guys arrive at the upturned turtle. This has a slightly poorly maintained shop front that is purple in color. You can see that the window frame is all higgledy-piggledy and very rarely in any kind of symmetry. But you push your way into the front door and ding-a-ling-ling, little bell goes off. And you'd expect this to be, as you'd heard, quite a lively bar. You know that it's cheap and cheap is good, and it's got a nice position on the promenade, but it is dead quiet in here. There is one snoring gentleman just in the very front of the shop front, quite a while away from the bar. As you make your way over to the bar, you see some feet. Somebody is sat down and has their feet up on the bar. They are green feet, wearing sandals.
Hello.
No response.
Peek over the counter.
The gentleman behind the bar, a turtle of a quite vast frame, appears to be sleeping.
What time is
Excuse
it?
me.
So it's about
Late evening.
probably 9 p.m. now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like crazy late. It's just like
Not crazy late yet.
They're having a siesta.
Hmm.
Is there a bell to ring? I know the
There
front door had a bell. But...
there are a couple of bottles right next to one another that clearly look quite empty. You think you could kind of like ding, 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 ding. You clang them against an wall. Oh, hey, whoa. Kind of sits himself up. You can see that this gentleman is pretty sleepy, but you can see that he's got a very laid back demeanor. You can see that he is in very casual clothing, but there's not an awful lot going on in this particular bar. You see that there are many unlabeled bottles throughout all of the back rows, and also on top of the kind of the desk in front of him, and one gentleman sleeping in the back. How's it going?
Pretty okay. I have and she like rustles around in her pack and pulls out a coupon. I actually have a coupon a client got me for a spa thing. I have this coupon for massage that I got from the
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is wild. A coupon? Wait. What's the coupon for? Or is it just a coupon? Are you just showing me a coupon, or is it a coupon for...
It's for a massage from here.
Wait, what? And he takes it from you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's real. This is like legit. He,
Yeah,
like,
it
bites
came
into
from
it.
the store.
Whoa.
it's made of gold.
Bites into it, yeah.
So you want a massage? This is a coupon for a massage.
Mhm.
Whoa. That's so weird. I've never given anyone a massage before.
I mean, yeah, let's do it.
Why have
Oh.
you made coupons?
I didn't make this coupon.
Oh. Is it?
No, I'll be sick of it. Don't worry, I'll be so good.
Does the coupon have a date on it? Yeah.
So you don't have like a proper setting for it?
Oh, we'll figure something out. No worries, no worries. You'll have the best massage of your life. Have you ever had a massage before?
No.
Then it will be the best massage you've ever had.
I guess you're not wrong. Is there? Do you know why somebody would make this if it's not normal?
No. Maybe like a joke?
Maybe. Nerily looks over at Athale like, should I not do this? Like,
Dale was going to use the telepathic link to say, I don't like this, over. This doesn't seem
Yeah.
right, over.
yeah, I almost think maybe it's a. I actually don't know. It's just really weird. Over.
Wait, do you want some Mary? I'll give you some Mary. It'll be like on the house.
What's Mary?
It's my famous beverage.
Oh, okay.
Is that what they had? Point to the...
Oh, well, everybody who drink here has Mary, but I don't have much left. It's a bit embarrassing.
Oh, you ran out of the stuff to make your signature drink? Almost?
Yeah. I
guess
didn't
that must
even
mean it's really
honestly
good.
think that I could. I thought it was endless forever and ever. But I guess it was mostly endless. It wasn't really like an endless supply, but it was like a lot of it.
Okay. I mean, if it has a container, then usually you would just know how much is left in the container, you know?
Yeah, no, I figured that. I didn't know though. It was just
I'd like
one,
to insight
you
check
know?
this individual.
Sure.
Not that Nerly necessarily thinks like, oh, this is secretly like a mastermind, but it's like, is this guy actually own this place? Does he actually work here? Did he just
It's
like
just
walk
like-
in and start doing stuff?
Just fall asleep behind the bar.
I'm
Yep.
so confused. I have no clue.
You're really struggling to read this guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just got a demeanor that you've just never really come across before.
Yeah.
It's like disarming.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll try a little
And,
bit
like-
of it then.
Like a Thales right here. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, you know, it's not like I'm alone.
Yeah.
Or with like a sleeper agent
Nope.
or anything.
Over there is asleep. So
That might be.
Sleep agent 10 minutes ago. Is a Thale going to kill me?
also, I like the fact the other two have just heard two very weird like sentences because everybody hears it.
Oh shit!
comes across the-
Right.
So everybody
God.
hears it.
Oh no!
Don't worry, I've got the perfect setup.
Wait. He kind of like stands up and he wades through, and you can hear a bunch of bottles underneath his feet.
I've got this.
And he gets to the edge of the bar and he pulls back a curtain. It's like a bead curtain. It's got a very like a tiki bar kind of vibe going on. And he goes, wait, stay right there. And he goes into the back and you can hear a bunch more clanging and clashings of glass as it smashes on the ground or is moved apart. And it's, wait. Sweep. Okay. Yeah.
While he's doing that, can I get Scythe out and try and have
Yeah.
Scythe like sneak into behind the back to have a look to see what's in there?
Yeah. 100%. Your little recon agent.
Mhm.
Are you trying to the room that he's currently in, or like the other rooms of the building?
I want to see what his supply is what I'm trying to do. So what's
Right.
in that room?
Okay.
But I
Give
figure
me-
he's making a lot of noise and like bashing
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
around. So like,
So I'm not going to ask for a stealth roll at all, but I would like an investigation check to see what you can find.
Is this a me or a scythe investigation?
Scythe investigation.
Cool. Can I? Because I can like see through scythe's eye. Like I can do that. Like, can I do that and like direct scythe while there's no one else here?
Sure.
So that I can avoid the -5 that scythe has to investigation.
Holy shit.
Because they're a snake.
Yeah, they are a snake. I will give you advantage on the scythe roll.
All right, I have to take that. Yes.
Which on average is a +5. So.
And am I allowed to use a D6 that I have on my?
Yes, you are
companion?
also allowed to use the D6. The DC you're looking for is 15.
Okay.
That means I have to roll a 20.
You got the
I got a
D6.
D6. I got a D6. Okay. Do you think I can do it? Do you think I can make it? Should I roll the D6?
Oh, my favorite part about this is everyone's idea of having a familiar is that you'll have some little spy creature that can go off and do some exploring for you and then rolls a 1 and a -1.
No snake.
What you're saying is the -1 isn't even a crit fail. It can get worse.
It can get worse, yeah. It can get
It's
worse.
just-
-4.
So Scythe manages to make his way into the back room and very quickly doesn't get absorbed into, but gets lost in a massive pile of these bottles that's being swept away, actively swept away by this turtle gentleman, and gets caught up in them. For a solid few minutes, Scythe is in one of these bottles.
Definitely.
Before trying to make its way out, and it does eventually escape. Is lost in one of the back rooms. All the lights are off, there are no windows open, it's night, and has to find his way back to you.
Damn it.
After a few moments pass, this gentleman goes, "Come on in, go, let's go." He's turned this back room, which was really just a table and a bunch of different. It's what you imagine was probably at one point in the distant past, like a meal prep room or like a prep room for some kind of restaurant where they would put drinks and food on, trays and bring them out. Has just been filled with these bottles, and he's clearly swept out. He's made a fair effort in cleaning it out in a very short time frame, and has even lit little torches and candles around the room. Smells quite nice. He's put a blanket on the table, and you can see that he has managed to find some sort of oil.
We'll see if I'm allergic to it, I guess.
Just like it's a vegetable oil.
You have a strong suspicion that it is cooking oil.
Hold on, I need to look at a spell. Could I use prestidigitation? It says I can make sense. So, it might be cooking oil. Olive oil's not bad for your skin, but I don't want to smell like olive oil or canola oil or whatever. So I'm gonna just kind of like surreptitiously do a little prestidigitation. I'm like, that looks like it's coming out of a cooking bottle, but it's gonna smell like fresh peonies.
Why not? Why not?
And almonds. Peonies and almonds.
You're thrown awaits. Don't worry, this is going to be an amazing experience for both of us. I'm excited to learn on the job. I mean, be a pro at this immediately.
You're at least really enthusiastic.
Hey, I feel like we should know each other a bit better before we do this. My name is Cesura. What's yours?
Oh, it's Nerly.
So nice to meet you.
Does Nerly recognize that Cesura is a Katie recognizes that this is a form of like a literary thing. But does Nerly know that?
You know what is relevant right now? An intelligence roll!
Sure is. We'll say Nerly and Randall talked a lot about writing stuff. Just saying.
Still.
Yeah, no, absolutely still roll. I'm just, just straight intelligence.
Yep.
What?
Oh, you know what?
Shit.
Not so bad.
Huh?
Not so bad at all. Absolutely. You recognize that it is a term that is related to poetry. You can't quite place your finger on what precisely it is, but you know that it's poem adjacent. You learned it at the same time you learned stanza.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use a mental link, and I'm gonna. Hey, haiku. Do you happen to have a relative named Cesura, or something over? She's trying very hard to like.
I was so ready to say haiku doesn't hear that because I was hoping that you weren't going to say over.
You accidentally said that out loud.
Imagine she just forgets and says it out loud and is like, "Wait, sorry."
I mean, I'm not going to ask if haiku knows this. I'm going to ask, is that a poetry-related word, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, so am I safe to say then yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. There's a Cesura.
It's a cousin
I
of
haven't
yours.
seen them in yeah. They're all cousins.
Wait, what did you say? There was?
They're all cousins. I have got there's like dozens of them. Yeah. No, it's alright. I remember hanging around with him when we were young. I mean, I haven't seen him in years, but why?
Haiku, you said all of that.
So blank faces, everyone.
So close.
I forgot.
the dithering. I was just like,
So
he's not gonna remember.
close.
Yeah.
So close.
I'll tell you more later, but just let me know if they're cool, right? They're cool. Over.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, yeah, they're cool. They were cool when we knew each other. Over.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you more tomorrow, probably, because I don't think this is gonna last much longer. Over.
Okay, send him my love. Over.
So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll some dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
on how
because there was
well this
definitely
massage
like
goes.
I had to listen for a good bit there. Yeah. So.
You'll be very glad to hear that it turns out Cesura is a very competent masseuse.
Oh.
So you spend some time warming up to the process. Same with Cesura. To begin with, it is all very amateur, just setting the scene, making you feel comfortable. What's a Thale doing during this process? I'm assuming
Watching
staying
intently,
there
mate.
watching intently is a bit of a weird one.
It's just, I guess, sitting in the bar and just like gonna chill out and wait for Scythe to sneak out and get back to me.
Are
Generally,
you still
just
watching through Side's eyes?
Thale's trying really hard to direct Scythe back because both very lost.
And Scythe has now found a new favourite thing, which is to climb into bottles.
Oh.
And it is genuinely a very competent massage. You're not sure whether it's luck or just because you've just desperately needed a little bit of a release. But at the end of it, you feel like, actually, hell yeah, I would pay for that again even. To the point where actually time kind of passes by without you even realizing it. You said it was probably not going to take too long. It ends up being about 2 hours because the both of you are fully lost in it. You having a massage, feeling much more relaxed, kind of letting yourself go in a way that you've not been able to in a long time. And Cesura is just actually like, damn, maybe I'm good at this. And is like trying out new stuff as he goes. And seems to be working. I mean, Nerity's making the right sort of painful noises, you know? It begins as a very amateur and transitions to a bit more sports massagey, and then ends relaxed.
Us turtles are just really good with our hands. It's a family thing.
I feel like there is some sort of like signal that it's over, because Nerly expected it, like you said, to be kind of like more of a short thing, but was like after a while was like, I'm not gonna stop it. I'm just gonna see where this goes. Like, you know, this is nice.
At the same time, he doesn't know when you're supposed to end. And it becomes the both of you. It goes on for too long because neither of you know how to stop. Like, what the polite thing to do is to indicate that the end has begun. Like there's been multiple times where he'd like taken his hands off to like, and he was like, "Am I done with this?" And then like you hadn't moved, and he's like, "Shit, I guess I'm not done," and he got back in. And once
His
you've
hands
been
probably are sore by
his
the
hands
end.
are like taken off, so he must be done now. And then he came back. Oh fuck me! Well, let's keep on forever. You're not like, unhappy about it. At the end of it, in fact, I would even say you develop a little bit of a rapport. It seems like a nice enough guy, very laid back. It's clear to you that he has a lot of confidence, just in general in life. But how much of it is backed up by actual skill, hard to say. But actually, you know what? His massage was great, so maybe he actually there is some credence to that. Whilst this is going on for quite a while, you guys are kind of breaking it down. You're having a bit of a light conversation throughout. He asks a little bit about like your upbringing, what you do for work, that kind of thing. And you know open up a little bit, not too much, but you talk a little bit about probably Salune. Is there one big topic that you think you guys broach? One big conversation you have?
I think, you know, they're not trying to lie undercover, but she's also not going to be like, I'm a member of the Completionists and, you know,
Sure,
blah, 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 blah. So I think, it's like, oh, I grew up in the mountains, blah, 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 blah. I've done a little adventuring. It's been really interesting. And then I think what I'll do after, of course, ending up talking about Selene for a little bit, because she just like literally can't help herself. I think that she will like redirect and ask a few questions about Sejura and like what they've been up to, because she knows that the family is supposed to be on this like quest thing, right? And so like I think when they start talking about like the adventuring, she'll kind of turn it around and ask if they've done any adventuring, and like kind of a little bit, and like try to like figure out what they've been up to, because I feel like now that she's got the okay from Haiku, like, yes, this is a person I know, and yes, they're cool. She's going to eventually be like, by the way, your cousin's in town. If you want to say hi, maybe tomorrow morning you can come hang out for breakfast or some shit, right? So I think like probably asking them about what they've been up to in their life to try to find like a transition to be like, by the way, your cousin's in town. Yeah.
So you exchange some stories here and there, and you broach the topic of adventuring. And Sezura says, "Oh yeah, so my family is like really big into adventuring, like really big. Like it's a lot of pressure. And I don't know that I was good at it. I don't think I was. I found like maybe one or two magical things, but I don't know if they were like the magical things, it's gonna change your life. But then I found like a recipe, like for merriment, for like this my beverage, and it's really good and really tasty, and it makes people happy, and it is good for my business. So I set up here, and I never really left. And I didn't really ever tell my family or anything like that. I know that they maybe think I'm still out there adventuring away, or maybe that I died even. But I don't know, I never told them. So I've just kind of been here for like 10 years now. Like, making money, doing this, and it's been sick as hell. But also, I've kind of run out. As you're discussing this, the extremely poor investigation check from Scythe does turn something out.
Eventually.
Eventually, you find your way through the back channels behind the back of the bar. What looks like a giant uncorked jug that you can tell quite clearly is magical. What it is, how it's magical, you don't know, but it is behind the bar, so it's in the same room as you, and is not in the same room as Caesura ordinarily currently.
Interesting. Can I, like, is this at the end of the massage now, or is this like at some point during it?
This is about. I mean, at this point, you don't know how long is left, but you know that at least an hour has passed. So it's hard to estimate how long it's going to.
It doesn't sound like. I'm going to go investigate it. Like,
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
there's no one else here, right? Other than the sleeping guy.
The sleeping dude, yeah. So you have a rifle around the back. You manage to find Scythe, and you pick Scythe up, and you find this jug, and you lift it and you kind of put it on the side just to investigate it in a little bit closer detail. And you've seen this kind of thing before, but more you've not owned one of these before. It's these kinds of enchanted jugs are capable of producing a particular liquid pretty much endlessly. They are able to do it forever. You've only really seen these make water before, so you've never seen anyone make endless whatever beverage it is that Caesura is selling. You smell it, and you can smell that it smells alcoholic. It smells tropical even. But it does appear to be empty.
Oh. Can I do like an arcana? Can I try and sense, like, does it feel like it's empty because it's depleted, or it's empty because that's just some, like, is the magic depleted?
Give me an arcana check. A nice dirty 20. So you are well versed in magical items, and you are aware the concept that, for the most part, magical items fall into two categories. Either they have charges, or they don't. Most of the time when items have charges, they regenerate after use, but sometimes, in certain circumstances, if you are to empty and deplete those charges, there is a small chance that the item will break or will no longer refill those charges. You are sort of confident that that is what's happened. This jug has been used too many times in one kind of day. It's run out of charges, and thus is no longer endless, as it were. So whilst Caesura is in the other room talking about some magical recipe that he's found, trying to downplay the fact that he's found a magical item that's been making him booze almost endlessly for the last 10 years, you have found his honeypot. And it does appear to be broken. Whilst you find that, you hear in the other room from Caesura, yeah, I'm hoping that maybe I can fix it. I mean, my recipe. I'm hoping I can find more ingredients for my recipe.
I don't know what Athea would do with this information. I feel like he'd just put it back and just go and sit back down.
Sure. So your conversation eventually rolls around to Haiku existing.
Yes.
Haiku being in the city even. And he goes, no way, you're with Haiku?
Yeah, for a long time now. How long have we been adventuring together? Like years at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. How
We
are they
met
doing?
Chiasmus in the Feywild.
Whoa. You've seen more of my family in the last 10 years than I have.
Well, you know, I think that you've probably been having a manner of adventures here. They're just stationary, so you see
They're very stationary.
less.
They are very stationary.
Yeah.
But with great power comes great responsibility. Being able to make delicious drinks on demand means that you have to make delicious drinks on demand.
It's true.
Listen, I've had the cheapest prices in all of Suzail. That's why the upturned turtle is so well known.
That's really impressive. It's a broken magic joke. I feel like this is about
Is
the
this
time we're
made-
wrapping up too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to burst that bubble. The spell only lasts for 1 hour, doesn't it?
Oh, that's
Mhm.
true. So it was
And
well
this you were
over.
already in an hour at the point this has happened.
Then Theo just thinks that. Even though that the spell was over. You can't have that fun.
Yeah, so I feel like, they've kind of like wrapped up and she's like stretching and she's like, I think you found a new calling, by the way. Maybe if you can't make your drink anymore, you can just turn it into a massage place.
Oh my god, you know what? The name The Upturned Turtle would totally work for a massage parlor.
It would, actually.
Because, like, you'd be on your back.
Yeah.
Or on your front.
Well, you kind of do both,
When a
Depends.
turtle is upturned, what way do you think they go?
Well, I think that you're on your back, so that's why you're upturned.
But if you were massaging, you were mostly on your front. Was that how we were supposed to do it? We were supposed to do it that way.
I don't know. It was
Not one of those
It was
establishments.
very nice. What?
It's not one of those establishments. It's drinks. I make drinks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how, neither of us have actually ever done this before, so I don't know what it's normally like. I could imagine that you could lie on your back and somebody could put their arms under you, too, for like a different type of way of doing things.
Okay.
Katie has had massages and they absolutely have you lie on your back and go under you to like use the
I'm
weight
totally
of
gonna
you.
do that next time. Next time someone somehow gets a massage parlor voucher for my bar.
I bet if there's a library here, you could find books on it. I had this friend that knew a lot about books, and you can basically find everything in a book somewhere. You just have to look at the right place for the right book.
That's so wise. I really feel like I've learned a lot from you today. Do you think you've learned a lot from me today?
I think I've learned that I really like massages.
Wow, we've
So-
really taught each other so much.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to come see Haiku?
I would love to, but I'm not leaving my bar. I've got my
No,
loyal
not
patrons.
tonight. Yeah, maybe tomorrow morning for breakfast.
I think Haiku... Could Haiku come here?
Oh, I guess, yeah, we could probably come here. Yeah.
That would be amazing. I would love to
Maybe
see
I'll make
Haiku.
it a surprise.
Oh my gosh.
I think Oro
That would
said
be
we were going to
amazing.
meet at 9, so we could probably be here around 9 if that's not too early.
Sure. I already had a nap, so...
That's true. That's true.
Maybe
Well, thanks.
maybe Haiku could help me fix my thing.
Oh,
I mean, my
Haiku can fix,
recipe.
like anything, really.
Oh my gosh. Everything's coming up Caesura.
Can I try the drink, by the way? If we're gonna be
Totally,
able to find
yeah.
the ingredients or fix your mixer or whatever.
I got a little bit left.
So he goes behind the bar, and there's a safe. There is a safe behind the bar, which miraculously has some more bottles of this. Very clear to you that this guy doesn't really know how to be economically friendly or environmentally friendly with any of this. He's got so many more bottles than he needs, given the fact that he has an endless supply of this drink. And he gives you this small bottle. And it's like a milk bottle as well. Like, it's not like this is a proper like beer bottle. This is a milk bottle, which is like inconvenient to drink out of comparatively. But you have a bit of a swig, and damn, is it fruity? It's like mango and passion fruit kind of flavoring. It's got a quite clear kick. It's definitely alcoholic, but very, very Moorish, very tasty.
What's Moorish mean?
You want more of it?
Oh, Moorish. Oh, okay. Okay. For whatever reason, the only Moor word I know is like a meadow plainsy thing. So I was like,
There is that. Yeah.
Moorish. This must be some sort of reference. I feel like we walk out since we're like, he's back behind the bar or they're back behind the bar. And I'm like, Athel, this is actually really good. You should try some.
All right, I'll try.
But apparently they've got like a supply issue or like their mixer is broken or something. And I was thinking maybe Haiku could help. By the way, this is one of Haiku's cousins.
It's so
you
nice to
probably
meet
heard that.
you.
And then she says, "Oh, you probably heard that out loud." And then it's like,
Oh yeah, no, the curtain that we have there is really thin, so maybe you heard our conversation.
"Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah." Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ethael learned as much as I did. And you did.
Maybe. Massages are really nice. Have you ever had one, Isael?
No.
I'll do you a discount. Because I'm a trainee, but I'm really good.
It's true.
How do you? But neither of you have either had or done a massage.
I also don't know how
Nope.
much I would charge, so I'm not sure what the discount would be.
So exactly. I think maybe another time.
Okay. Hey, you better come back whilst I'm still training, because when I'm a pro, those prices are going up. Accent's changed.
Price was gonna go up from 0. Do you have rooms that you rent here, or is it just a bar?
You can
it's
sleep
not a
here.
bar. Do you want to sleep here, Thale, or do you want to find a place with beds?
This is fine.
Okay.
The massage table
Sorry.
you were on previously, he'd like put a couple of very thin like cushions on it and stuff, so you would be quite comfortable whilst you had massage. And he offers that to you. He does not have any beds.
Well, Thale doesn't sleep, so
Yep.
he can just sit.
Oh, where will you sleep?
Who are you talking to?
Oh,
Me?
you. Nearly. No, not I. Not you, Tortle.
Oh. It's Caesura.
This is-
I'm so sorry, blue guy.
Don't even know what I am.
No, I've got no idea.
Exactly.
The word Smurf comes to mind, but I don't know where it's come from or what it means.
Oh god, that feels like a slur.
Both of them seem a little bit prejudiced right now. But like, Nearly is that person who's like, can I even say that this is like speaking? Or is this just like, am I being overly sensitive? Like, I don't know. Where would I? Or you said he offered it to me, right? Like, it was actually
Mhm.
pretty comfortable. Better than the ground with roots sticking in my back. And I could put my bedroll on it too.
Seems good to me then.
And we've got like no customers now anyway, so it's gonna be quiet. I was sleeping just now.
We know.
Wow, you guys are so smart. So perceptive.
So smart.
Really good at investigating as well, actually.
It's true. They're actually all very smart. I'm kind of the only one that's not. But I have other things I can do.
But you taught me so much.
Yeah, I guess I did. I'm learning.
Isn't that what life's all about?
It is.
Wow.
Wow. I'm really wise. Anyway, good night.
Good night.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go in and prestidigitate everything so there's no like oils on her outfit after she goes to sleep.
Wonderful. You guys have a somewhat restful night, sleeping on a table that's covered in cushions and pillows. Not the most comfortable thing in the world, but you've slept on worse. And Ethael spends some time after meditating, trying to coax Scythe out of some bottles. Do you want to spend some of your time in your long rest shuffling spells around?
Oh yeah, I will. I will shuffle back from the telepathic bond.
Wonderful. Sometime in the morning, you guys wake up and Oro, having fallen asleep alone, wakes up with Nugget enveloping her. And Haiku wakes up with a tiny servant resting at their feet.
Oh.
Oh, if it only
And
lasts
they-
so long, probably no longer a tiny servant, just the snapped off head of a broom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
And
leaving it
a moderately cleaner tower to reside in.
Nice.
Nice.
Apart from where Haiku was lying, and there's just a turtle-shaped patch of dust on the floor.
It was also just the brush, not the dustpan either, so there's actually just a pile of dust in one corner.
Perfect white noise though as well, like shh.
Oh yeah.
Some real
Pretty good.
ASMR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sweeps.
Okay. Well, you guys wake up and group up as well in the morning. Somewhere on the promenade, is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Button pushes. Anything that you want to do in the morning before you arrive and meet up with the rest of the crew?
I want to be like, Elrond, are you coming with us? What are you doing for today? You got to go get your papers sorted?
I'm gonna do paper stuff. Are you doing tower stuff?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm so excited about getting my tower back. Okay, sick. We're gonna do
You
tower
should
stuff.
come with us to the tower.
No, I know. I'll come with you, but I need to do my paperwork stuff right first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that a quick thing to do, or that was a quick thing to do, right?
Yeah, maybe we run in there with you with Haiku's little smart pad thingy. You can get the forms.
Unless it's already on the calculator, all the information I need, I could just write him down a list of the forms he needs to fill out.
I know Jan so well. He's gonna sort it out for me.
I don't think you do.
Jan and I go way back.
I've offered the help.
You guys find the rest of the party. I'm really struggling with my accents now.
It's all blending together.
You find those guys. I'll go get my paperwork done, and I'll meet you there.
At the tower?
Or at the court, if you want to do the court.
Okay, at the courthouse,
either
yeah,
one's
yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
He makes off a little bit earlier than you guys, and makes his way off to the tower. Not the tower, the courthouse. You guys meet up on the promenade somewhere.
Morning.
I have a surprise for you.
Yeah.
And Nerly literally does the how you blink your arm with someone's to Haiku and is like, follow me, and skips
no.
off
Actually,
to the
he's not.
upturned turtle.
No, actually, no. I think Haiku would skip along too.
Oh.
It's vitamin D Haiku.
Vitamin D. Vitamin D. Haiku is into it.
And Nerly's excitement can be infectious. It's like we skip over to the door and I push the door open and I'm like, ta-da! And I have no idea where
Caesura stood behind the bar. Goes, ta-da!
Haiku!
Oh shit! Caesura!
Hey, how you doing?
This is why you was asking about him. I really should have put that together quick.
Come on in. I've got a present for you.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
and from out behind the bar, you hear a sounds like a safe mechanism before a small milk jar filled with yellow orangey liquid is put on the bar in front of you.
This is for you.
Alright, let's downs it.
Just downs it.
Just downs it.
Wonderful.
Sleep ratio it was poison.
Because it's not going to be anything bad.
Please make
Or is Haiku going to be
saving
drunk
throw.
all day?
That's the thing.
Oh, it's 9 a.m. Haiku.
No,
It's
I have
5 o'clock
a date
somewhere.
tonight.
Wonderful. You are. Damn, this is, like I said, this is Moorish. This is a very tasty drink. In fact, it's borderline dangerous in that it is so tasty and quite alcoholic that if this was quite this tasty, you would really have maybe a problem. But you've run out pretty quick. So you're very, very happy with how tasty that was. Very, very happy there's not any necessarily an endless supply of it. But please consider yourself buzzed for the next, let's say, 4 hours.
God.
Shit. Okay. Oh, where'd you...
Jack, the person who is regularly drunk and knows exactly
Regularly
how to
drunk.
role
Yeah,
play
yeah.
a buzzed guy.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah. I literally haven't
Okay.
drunk a drop since I was 18. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I have drunk a drop
It's a lie.
once.
A drop.
Once. One drop.
One drop,
Uh,
and then he stopped.
okay.
Did you try
I'm
that
just-
mead at the Board Game Expo?
No, because I was driving home.
The tiny little taster.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Okay. Alright, I'm buzzed.
Buzzed. We gotta write this
I have to
down
ask
for
you
next
to-
game.
I have
Has
to write it down,
Haiku been like drunk before?
Oh, yes, big time. In fact, I believe in one of the very first quests, Haiku drank a little too much. That's what ended up leading to the whole wrestling,
Adler Lily.
Paddler Lily,
Mhm.
then
Yes.
wrestling, Paddler Lily.
Oh.
It's not going to impact anything. In fact, I would argue that you get advantage on charisma checks.
Oh,
I'm not going to force you to role play anything weird. You don't have to. I mean, you're buzzed. You're not like slurring your words or anything. But consider it vitamin D plus, Haiku.
okay. Oh, where'd you get? Did you make this? Pretty lovely.
So I can tell you the answer to that. It's not like my milk or anything weird, but it's a family secret.
Why
I'd be
would you
really
say that?
concerned if it was.
Because I'm secretive about it, okay? And so it sounds like it might be my milk. I know what it sounds like. It's not my milk.
You're making it sound like it's your milk.
It's not my milk. Everyone else,
don't-
you need
Just
just.
sure we can't
please.
make milk.
Just show him the jug,
I
Are
wanted.
you making milk?
please.
What do you mean? Excuse me. Don't give away my secrets.
What
They're
joke?
Poking
bottles.
around here. And he reveals the jug. You can see this lovely terracotta pot with some quite nice kind of arcane sigils carved in around the rim. He's like, so, you know how you're amazing and found loads of artifacts and stuff?
Yeah.
I found one.
Oh hell yeah! What'd you get? Well, I'm assuming it's this jug.
It's this jug, which makes amazing and delicious drink,
Nice.
but it stopped making drink and deliciousness.
not as nice. Did you
I don't
break
know what I
it?
did. I didn't break it. I just used it.
Okay.
I'm so delicate. I'm pretty good with my hands.
I mean, I know
It's true.
we haven't spoken in a while. What do you mean it's true?
They're good with their hands.
What?
The massage.
Oh.
Oh, it's wait. You just got a massage from my cousin?
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was his
I
first
don't know
time.
why. I don't know why I'm saying shocked. You know, you can do whatever you want, and they can do whatever they want. So actually, good on you.
Yeah.
All my family members in business.
It was my first time. I was nervous,
Mine too.
Yeah.
but we were gentle.
Mhm. It was like 2 hours too. I didn't know massages weren't that long.
Oh.
I was like, we bro Jack.
Just the light buzz.
Oh, fucking hell. That was good. Okay, that feels like something I need to circle back round to at some point. Okay, so you've not knocked it off? You've not put anything in it?
No. It's my livelihood. It's been my livelihood for 10 years. I've been so careful.
Okay, well, I mean, first of all, good job for finding something.
Thank you.
I don't think this is it. Probably figured that out by now.
No, I kind of gave up. Like, what's the point?
Honestly, that's fair enough.
I'm like, I found something that made me happy and comfortable, and I don't like going outside. So
Strange thing for a turtle to say, but yeah, I respect that. Oh, I
haven't gone
met
outside in 10 years. So
Chiasmus on my travels, and she's pretty much doing the opposite of you. She's into Feywild, for Christ's sakes.
what's that?
Oh, you don't go out. Different plane of existence, scary trees.
It's really
Doesn't
pretty.
sound like a good thing.
No, it's really beautiful.
It
They were
just-
unicorns.
Yeah, as
Whoa.
much as I hated that place, it's objectively a very stunning place to behold with your eyes.
Haiku got
Is
cursed,
it a
though,
unicorn like one corn?
so- It's like a horse with a horn, and it's like magic and really pretty.
Why is it called a unicorn?
Because it's only got one horn. Unicorn. I don't know,
It's
actually.
a corn?
Because
So
you
it's
only
not
put
corn
one piece of
related at
corn
all?
with the cob on it.
I guess
Ah.
unicorn is too hard to say.
What if
maybe.
it's really small corn on the cob?
While Sajura is talking through their real thought, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
take the jug off them and
Sure.
have an inspection of it up close with my artificer ways.
Very well. You have an Arcana check. I'll allow you a advantage on the roll.
Oh,
Once you get below a 20.
Oh.
Oh, nearly.
Needed the average for it. So you're confident. You come to the same conclusion that Athale did, that this is a magical item that had charges that recharge at the end of a day, and has been burned out basically. When emptying charges from an item that works in such a way, there is a chance for most of them that if you use the very, very last charge, that it breaks and it no longer regains any charges. You
it's
suspect
like
that
letting
is
the battery of your phone run fully out.
no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Like,
No,
that
that's not even.
phone,
No,
was it?
no. Anyway, so being an artificer gives you a bit of an advantage on this particular pick, because you can create magical items. You are familiar with a solution to this problem. It is, in fact, a solution that you currently have in your possession, but it is not something to be used lightly.
Okay.
So-
Enlighten me.
Your soul.
The other day, you found that control rod,
Yes.
and there was a gem on that control rod.
Oh.
So what goes through your mind is thus. This is definitely a magical item that's run out of charges. I know that there's a way to fix items that have run out of magical charges. What was it? Oh, so if you can regenerate a charge on it, it sort of fixes it by its nature. But there's only a few ways that you can regenerate charges, and one of them is overnight, which you can't do because that wouldn't circumvent this at all. But if you can use, that's what that is. The gem that you had housed in this control rod is a gem of charge. It's capable of adding one charge to any magical item that holds charges. So by using the gem, you would essentially jumpstart the jug past its broken state back into having one charge, where it would allow it to refill itself. But because it's technically broken, that would be that gem used.
Okay.
And
I
you
did
don't
that.
know that taking it off of the rod would mean that the rod definitely didn't work.
Why would you do this to me, Tom?
Moral dilemma.
Ah. God.
You'll have to choose one option, then choose the other option in a new future playthrough.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta see. Gotta get all the achieves.
Just give me a second. I'm just gonna see if I can circumvent this.
He just turns
I'll
off
be
his
impressed.
computer.
While Sejura and Haiku, and to a lesser extent Athale, are having this academic conversation about fixing magical items,
Mhm.
Riley's gonna lean over to Oro and be like, "Are you not supposed to get massages from cousins?" Haiku seemed... I don't even know. Haiku seemed not happy in some degree by that.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's fine. You're not dating Haiku or anything. I think it was just... I think it was just maybe weird for a second for him.
Oh. I didn't know that would be weird.
Yeah.
I guess I should have asked.
I mean, you didn't know. It's okay. And it's not like you like made out with them, right? Right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's fine.
Nothing out of any of your books.
Mm.
Just, well, I mean, I guess that I don't know if massages are ever in books, but it wasn't like that. Just felt nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes they are, but if you just had a normal, just I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you're fine.
Okay.
Haiku hasn't read my books, so it's okay. Haiku won't know about the other thing.
I like how that's how we refer to it, is nothing out of any of your books. Like, brothel activities are in the books.
This is a PG stream.
This is a PG stream.
Apart from all the things that aren't PG, like all the
Yeah.
filters.
Yeah.
How rare is a gem of charge?
It's rare. Yeah.
Damn.
It's homebrew rare. Just in case you're like, oh, I can make one of them.
No, you can't.
Well, okay, I see. All right, so I can't bullshit my way out of it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It would be
That
tough.
Sounds like
And I can't throw an inspiration at it and see what happens.
If you had an idea that required inspiration to work, perhaps. Who knows?
It basically hinges on the fact that I've had this spell scroll of fabricate for quite a while, but actually that's kind of shit. Because the fabricate does not do a lot. It basically just turns materials from one thing into something of the same material. It's kind of shit.
Okay.
Don't we have like all kinds of gemstones though? Can you take that gem and make it into the other gem with fabricate, or no?
No, I won't.
Oh, maybe with an inspiration.
Would that be on the cards, Tom?
If you had a gem of sufficient value, I would allow you to essentially replicate it, but in a kind of a roundabout way. You make a lesser version, which will take the place of the gem in the control rod, allowing the control rod to work the same way. The real gem is placed in the jug. Functionally, that's the same.
Yeah. Do I want to do things by halves though?
And it would be a 500 gold pieces gem.
Ugh.
I'm sure we have those.
because we just sold a lot of
I
stuff.
can't be spending all that money we've just got at me.
The gem that you need, the money you need later
The money I need later, yeah.
to ensure that your cousin can continue to make beverages.
Oh, I've already helped out one cousin though. I gave him a fucking pair of legs.
What about?
No, you didn't.
Wait, you didn't give them a pair of legs. You made them. You made them a
I
thing.
helped develop a good form of mobility for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about haiku? Come here, haiku.
Aww.
What about you? If you do that, you give them the actual one, I'm going to pretend that I can read all of the minds that's happened to them. You give them the real one,
Yep.
and then we make one of the with the gem, like you do that. But then you give, or could you do it the other way around? I'm trying to think of some like you sponsor them if you give them the shit one, and then they could be under our in name, and then you could get like some, and then you could be like helping their business, and they could have some like sort of return. But they have like, maybe we find another gem that would be better. You know what I mean? Like something that kind
What
of
happens
evens
this
out.
week at the 2 taverns that you own?
Yeah. We can get them to ship the good drink to the other tavern.
Yeah.
I have to change the name of this one to, you got the Blushing Kiss and the Blushing Masseuse.
Oh. Yeah.
Blushing Turtle.
The blushing
Damn,
turtle.
yeah, the Blushing
Yeah.
Turtle's really good.
Yeah. But
Blushing Turtle's really good.
To be fair, like the upturned turtle or whatever, it actually kind of fits the naming convention.
Yeah.
Oh, that's certainly an idea.
But would I know any ways of fixing magic items, or is that kind of out the realms of a wizard?
This is whilst you would have been able to come up with some of the same points that Haiku had.
Yeah.
Haiku is definitely much more of an expert in this field than you. It's something that you would essentially need to multi-class into Artificer to be able to fully get confident with this. You would have been able to come up with the same like base level answers, but the like actual process of doing any of this would be beyond your remit.
Would this potion be helpful, Haiku? I have this potion of Arcanum. It refills a spell slot, but
No. Don't know if that would work. I mean,
it is also quite valuable.
yeah, I mean, I can literally build a spell storing ring. I don't think there's much crossover. If I were to say enlarge it and then split it in half, and then delarge it,
Large.
I'd have 2, right? Right?
That's how it works, right? That's
how
how
it works.
If you just need to jumpstart it, can you just put 2 little wires on it and like run them over to the jug, not have to take it off?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I just like?
Leave
What
the
if I
control
Needle
rod running.
battery.
What if I grab the jug onto the control rod with the gem in it, and tried to jumpstart them both at the same time with the same gem?
It occurs to you that you could use.
DM speak for no.
Yeah, the DM speak for. I'd like to get past this part where we all come up with a bunch of nonsense ideas. That it occurs to you that if you had used the control rod, then you may no longer need it. Depends on what the circumstances of using the control rod are. There might be a scenario in which you've used the control rod, and then you're in a position where don't need this anymore. You could use the gem elsewhere.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if you were given the former, like a good artificer's forge, this isn't something you could do tinkering away in your bedroom. You do think that it would be possible to make one of these gems with a potion of Arcanum, like a true to form gem. It would take a little while, and it is quite an expensive thing to do. But you could make one.
In the city.
And you'd have to convince Athale it's a good idea to get rid of a potion of Arcanum for
I don't know.
him.
Daniel's already offered it.
No, Athale said, would this help?
Oh. I mean, it could
No.
help in the future. Eh? Family's family. Let's crack that gem out and put it in the jug.
You're gonna straight up take it out.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna do any of this shit that we've just talked about. We're just gonna take it
No,
right out of the control rod.
We're wasting 10 minutes of our lives.
That's
So
funny.
Haiku's fully circled back round to shit, this guy I'm related to.
Also, you're buzzed.
I'm also
Yeah.
buzzed.
True.
And
True.
vitamin D.
I was going to say it was
Indeed, and impulsive.
it's a bonus to charisma, but it's a disadvantage on wisdom to not just go with your first idea.
Yes.
Valid. Valid.
Alright, I'm gonna, you know, I'm going to pop it open like an oyster. Get that gem out.
Yeah.
And I shook it.
Sure enough.
There we go.
Comes right out. Easily, you're able to infuse this gem to the jug, and within moments, you see that it's kind of got some of his life back. The color to the terracotta is starting to return, and you are confident that you would be able to use a charge. Although you know that this would be one charge and would put you back in the same position where if you'd used the last charge again, it might just break. So it occurs to you that perhaps teaching Caesura about the charges breaking the item is prudent.
Can I figure out how many charges it can hold?
You absolutely can with that whopper of a 20 Arcana check. It can hold 10 charges, and the sigils that are carved into the terracotta around the rim disappear as the charges go.
Okay.
So they are like illuminate in a blue color, and as you use a charge, that one disappears.
All
Much
right,
like
so-
the Wand of Darkness that you guys had earlier, that had 3 charges and one of them was used.
Okay. So Zero, see these one light now on the rim.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful, isn't it?
And you
They're always
see
like
lights.
flashing, and I never know, like, if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, good question. Do you see like
That wasn't a
the-
question, Haiku. It's just important to me that you know that that wasn't a question.
You're right. I'm sorry, that was not a question.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Please go on. I will listen to you intently,
Do you see these?
and I won't
9
interrupt anymore.
Thank you. Do you see these 9 other sort of like patterns on like the same sort of band around it? Yeah. Well, that tells you how many charges are left. They will light up. They're on. They're lit up. It means it's got a charge. It's got 1 charge currently. Okay. Now, ideally, you don't really want to use all the charges before they refresh.
So, like, only in dire circumstances when someone
No.
really needs a drink.
No, that would
No.
not be a dire enough circumstance.
Okay. What would be a dire enough circumstance? So I've got a good like level.
A circumstance in which only the power of your drink will save literally the entire world.
What?
However,
Is that
that's
gonna
been-
happen?
that has been agreed upon with 2 independent individuals who also agree with that particular conclusion.
Oh. Wow.
That charge is getting used tomorrow with 2 drunk people.
Thank you. That very
Right.
specific example really helped me.
Yeah. So it can store 10 charges.
Uh-huh.
Effectively, there's 9. That's more than enough, though. 9 a day.
Mostly, yeah. Sometimes I need more than that, though.
Just
Well,
tell people
that's
you
when
have
you-
a limited supply every day because it takes so long to make.
Yeah. But, like,
Oh.
also, if you only use 5 one day, you could use the next 4 to prepare for the next day.
You're so wise.
Eh?
It's like I could
Uh,
plate up orders for the next day.
Yeah, exactly. You can prepare them in advance. You want me to, like, I can, like,
Make
write this
sure
out for you?
You
Do, like, a
don't
little flow
overcook
chart?
it though, and use all the charges.
Yeah.
Oh, silly. We're being silly. We're being silly goofies. Silly goofy gamers.
What was that other, like, cooking game of a DS? What was that one called?
Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're cooking, mama.
Yeah. And I was trying to find a way to shoehorn in that Jamie Oliver cooking game of a DS as well.
Jamie Oliver,
Jamie Oliver, the cooking game of a DS, and I know
What?
that because we used to sit in the cooking rooms in year 7 and year 8 and not cook. We used to play that on the DS.
It's basically the same thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
as part of your scheduled teaching.
Yes, there would be
Wow.
lessons where they would hand out the DSs to everyone, and we would just play Jamie Oliver's cooking game of it.
You had classroom
Did everyone
DSs?
have a DS?
Yeah, the entire class had one. And this was while we were sat in the cooking room like next to all the
Were you like not trusted with the ovens or something? Like
evidently
all-
so. The teacher was like a proper, like professionally trained chef. Like he ended up working at a really fancy restaurant when he left. It was mental.
He was like, "Yeah, they don't even let me fucking teach them how to cook. I've got to make them play the
Jamie Oliver fucking game.
What did
Yeah.
that
An
guy do?
advanced mathematics class when I was in high school, and we barely had enough calculators for the 8 people in my advanced math class.
Oh my
You
god.
had Nintendo DSs
Wow.
for everyone in your cooking class. It's a wild thing
Yeah.
to hear. Kids these days,
My
something,
cooking
something.
teacher was my PE teacher. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
We
Yeah,
didn't
that
even
is
have to
science
take
teachers.
cooking. Home economics was an optional class.
We had DT.
I don't think it should be
DT
optional.
food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get rotated around at every term.
DT textiles.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that it? Was there a
And-
third DT?
Yeah, there's the like woodwork one.
Mm.
Woodwork, metalwork.
I don't think we, or at least I didn't get to do much like that.
Oh, we did like casting and stuff.
Oh,
Cool.
Didn't cook,
Oh
but
my
they let us cast.
god.
They had all the stuff to do it. I think maybe if you did like if you did like options and you picked just one of them, then you could do it.
that makes sense. You picked it for GCSE.
All right.
Anyways, don't use
game
that
is
10
weird.
card, you shit.
Okay.
All jokes aside.
All right.
That actually cost me quite a lot, probably.
It'll break again, and then we won't be here to save you, so you'll be fucked then.
No.
Will you come back tomorrow and I'll make you some merriment?
Oh, I'll be well. Maybe somewhere else tomorrow morning. Probably. I'll try.
You're not coming to get drunk in the morning tomorrow. We have a whole
No,
day.
get drunk.
Maybe in the
I-
evening we can come
I
back.
want to see my tomorrow.
Toss up whether we'll be here tonight because Haiku has a bad day, or will they be here tomorrow because we don't want to be drunk all day.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Tim, you. Maybe I can get one of those massages.
You should.
Apparently, I'm amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'll charge. I'll think about that today.
Okay.
Have you considered
Now-
using like the patterns on your shell to help massage people?
Whoa,
like
you're
there's-
blowing my mind.
There's potential there. You know, like like when we were kids, they used to have like they used to leave the rocks out in the sun to get really warm and stuff like that. They were always quite nice.
Yeah. I could
What
put
a
like hot
thrilling
rocks on
childhood.
people.
Yeah. They used to like stretch it out after they on the beach.
I wonder if there's a way that I could use these jars. Like cups?
I bet there's a
Ooh.
book about it somewhere in the library.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call it quits there, shall we?
That's probably for the best.
That was a very well constructed end to that interaction. There.
Mhm.
I had to run out of ways to try and draw this to some natural, satisfying conclusion.
And
It doesn't matter
library.
though, because
Infinite
next
small talk.
time, yeah, infinite small talk. Next time we're going to the tower.
Yeah.
We're going into the tower. And we're going to do tower stuff.
Tower's done.
That was the
And
Yeah.
we're going to be in time for Haiku's date. Definitely.
Definitely. Haiku will leave us before he won't be late.
Oh, I
Honestly, yeah.
said there's a hard 5 o'clock cut off.
Yeah.
Even
Can
if
you
we're at the
imagine
top of
laying
that
siege
tower.
to a tower and then being like, "Ooh, we gotta clock out. Are you gonna be here tomorrow?"
Yeah.
But
It's
like,
oh,
don't.
we've almost made it to the top. Oh.
Yeah.
You're halfway through a dungeon. You're like, let's just go outside and have a rest out there where
Yeah.
it's safe.
Yeah.
And then somehow
punch in a
the
9, I
dungeon
punch out a 5.
operates. Oh, fucking full on Dark Souls is itself. All right. Well, lovely. What a nice little session we had. A little bit of RP from the start, RP to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Suzail is draining us of all money and resources.
Yeah, but look how much gossip we're getting.
Didn't even get a
I
deal
haven't
to
spent
have like
hardly any.
part of this in.
Oh yeah.
You're just like, there you go.
You know what? I'll bring that up with him next time we see him. He kind of owes me, let's be honest.
Yeah, and we run a very successful inn.
Yeah.
So
He seems like a very, chilled out guy. I'm sure I'd be happy to support.
I do like the idea of franchising.
Something
the
to think
Blushing
about
Kids
for next
presents the
session.
upturned turtle.
After that amazing endorsement that you got from that one guy who was talking about a different version of the Blushing Kiss that was owned by a fairy dragon.
Yeah,
yeah, we're riding that high.
not sponsored.
Okay.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
We're really D&D'd.
We really did it.
We did indeed so hard. Jack's face turned purple laughing.
You got me.
And I think we all needed that. We all needed to see our boy have a little giggle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mine probably would have done the same thing, but I have makeup on, so.
Can't
He's
tell.
also extremely warm in here.
Uh-oh.
Fair. Meanwhile, I'm freezing and have a sweater on.
My God.
Oh, really? We're having a heat wave over here.
Yeah, I heard something on the news about blah 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 nationwide heat wave, and I woke up today and it was. Hold on, let me translate to Celsius. $11 degrees.
Oh. Bit chilly.
Yeah.
That 11 degrees still shorts weather.
That's all weather is shorts weather for you, which is just insane.
Honestly, if I could, I would.
Yeah, nothing to do with climate change, which isn't real. Exactly.
No.
Okay.
Listen, we've had a nice little D&D session where we haven't had to think about the real world.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's keep it that way
Yeah.
until the stop stream button's been pressed.
Yeah,
Don't
come
make
back.
me drag that last conversation on Salty Maple. I'll do it.
Come back next week where we maybe get another inn and then drive ourselves
tower.
more towards capitalism and a tower.
And a tower.
Woo!
Second
Yeah,
end, a second tower.
Yeah. Take over the
Airbnb.
world.
God.
Overthrow Elrond, take over the fucking magic shop next door as well.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
refuse
no,
to
we'll
become a
have that.
landlord, though.
We have 2 towers. A
We're
shop.
not turning the tower into it.
2 inns.
Yeah.
Dude. And we'll still be broke. We still have enough money to go on a nice date. Have to sell our wares.
You know what I think we should take over? The government. Let's walk into that court.
Damn it. Yeah.
Towers.
I'm saying, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. There's a castle right there. All you gotta do is kill the king, really.
Is that the same way as Wizard Tower, is it?
Yeah.
Just got to show you the most kingly.
I mean, usually you'd have to also walk in with like an army as well. If you're just one guy, unless you're like really
Adventurers.
scary, then maybe.
Or
Yeah.
like high level adventurers.
Yeah.
Have really.
We're talking
big
higher
dick
than this level.
energy? Oh.
I mean, if that
Listen,
court
I
is just-
told you guys level up when you finish this tower. So I was surprised that you haven't done a beeline straight towards it.
To be honest, I forgot
That's
you said
right. I forgot you said that too. Because I still don't. Do we, as a quick aside recall,
Uh-huh.
Neurally, instead of learning a new 7th level spell when she got her 7th level spell slot, it was when Randall died. So she learned
Yeah.
Raise Dead instead.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to get rid of any of the other spells she had. So I literally I don't even have a 7th level spell. I'm waiting for that
That's
level so
funny.
I can pick a spell.
That's what I'm telling you. Expecting
We gotta
you to
go,
straight
we
for the
gotta go.
tower.
Yeah, actually, we might have to cancel our date, Haiku. I gotta get to this tower. I'm kidding. Mostly.
Mostly. All right.
Nice.
We're going to do a little
That's it.
raid.
Cool.
And if you'd like to come by, spam some hearts, that would be appreciated. We'll see you next week for more D&Ds, I believe. And we'll probably pause when I click on this button, so maybe do a little thing if you want. You did pause. Good job, Docs. Good job.
Oh no, his internet's gone again.
Alright, we'll see you next time, everyone. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.